Well, would you look at that, it is officially time for your Sunday afternoon to begin. Some people would say it was 12 o'clock was the official time for Sunday afternoon, but no, the 100% official time for when your Sunday afternoon starts is, of course, 4:30-ish, give or take 10-15 minutes, because you can't start a Sunday afternoon without this. So we're going to play Gwent, because we like Gwent. Yes, we do, don't we? We, the multiple people here, we like Gwent. Do you like Gwent? I love Gwent. Do you like Gwent? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed, I do like Gwent. I like a bit of Gwent. So it looks like we're still in the series, which is quite nice. Factions as Nilfgaard again, and Scoia'tael this time. Well, that is inconvenient, because I have neither Nilfgaard nor Scoia'tael. And last week I was doing surprisingly well with my Death Wish deck. My monstrous Death Wish deck. So what quests do we have? Ah, good. The Season of the Draconids have carried on over this time. That's interesting. I wonder why they didn't last time. That seems terribly unfortunate. But I'm curious, is it still that horrible speed mode? Yes, it is. I didn't like that horrible speed mode. Here's the deck from last week. I long for death. Yes, I long for the death. I wish the death would come. So I suppose really, I think I'm gonna have to start dealing with this. So I could either go for a basic, just use their bog standard Nilfgaard, or is it Nilfgaard or Scoia'tael? I think Scoia'tael might be slightly more fun and entertaining. So what I might do, let's build a new deck and let's try and build myself a Scoia'tael deck. I'll tell you what I might do though. Since I'm gonna have to go back. That's fine. Shop. That's it. What I might do is buy a few barrels somehow. Packs. Is that the button I want? Why, yes it is. Right, so Syndicate faction pack. Don't know who the Syndicate are, but we'll have these. That's right, that's these. No, that's not what I'm after. What am I after? I'm after card kegs. There we go. I knew there was... Yeah, it's pretty... Because I was looking at it like it was barrels, and it was like, now, why can't I seem to see... Why can't I see barrels? But anyway, right, let's get myself... I think we can afford maybe 5. I mean, we can afford a lot more, but I don't want to go... I don't want to go too insane. Open your goodies, yes please. I want to open my goodies. Yes, my goodies are good. The Sage. Whenever you play a special card, boost self by 2. I'm not entirely sure what special cards are, but, never mind. Deploy in the melee range, boost an elf in your hand by 2. Is that a random elf, or do you get to choose the elf? I think you get to choose. Difficult to say for certain. Dwarf Berserker. Barricade. At the end of your turn, damage self by 1, then damage a random enemy unit by 1. Oh, that's quite clever, because Barricade only triggers if you've got armour, so you're basically just chipping away at your armour, I believe. Assuming the damage self by 1 does chip the armour. Because you'll chip away all the armour and then still be left with your points. So that'd actually be quite pleasant. Panther in the trees licking a dude. A dead dude, specifically. Damage an enemy unit by 2. Give an enemy unit bleeding for 4 turns. Right, what have we got? Elven Swordmaster. Damage an enemy unit by 1. Cooldown of 2. Whenever you play an elf, decrease the cooldown by 1. I've already got one of them, but they are good. Scoia'tael Neophyte. Deploy, spawn, and summon a base copy of this unit to the other allied row. Yes. Yes. That's good. That's very good. Urihed. Always make the same mistake. That's a U. That's a U, not a V. Urihed Sappers. Purify an allied unit. If you control an elf, purify any unit instead. I must admit, at the moment, I think I'm going to go towards that one. Open my next keg. Right, the Pyrotechnician Dwarf. Damage a random enemy unit and self by 4. Don't like damaging self by 4, but it is an order, so you could choose not to, I suppose. I suppose that's, you know, useful. Ah, hello, hello, hello to you too. We're looking through Scoia'tael cards because we're going to try and build a Scoia'tael deck. Don't know precisely how well it's going to go, but hey, that's the whole point, I suppose. Reveal a random card from your deck. If it's a special card, boost self by 2. So I suppose that means you could potentially try and build a lot of special cards, because I've had a couple now that Scoia'tael. Have you never played The Witcher? Have you ever played The Witcher? That's the first question. We'll establish a baseline, and then I'll try and detail it. You have never played The Witcher. Well, for starters, I would highly recommend it. They are absolutely magnifique games. The third one being, oh hello, Dryad. I promise, I only need to zoom in on the card to read this. That's it. Boost self by 1 or the specified amount whenever you play a Scoia'tael unit in this row whose primary category is unique among all of your units. Number 1 or the specified amount, right? When you play a Scoia'tael unit in this row whose primary category is unique among all of your units. Interesting. I don't know precisely how to deal with that, but still, that's fine. I suppose that means you need to have maybe a lot of the different monsters or something. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's a U again, so initials. Yeah, the first one. I need to play the first one again. I remember one key thing I remember is the first one featured a boss that was broken and bugged out about like 50% of the time, so that you couldn't really fight the boss properly, which was a problem. But other than that, I think the first one was quite good. The second one improved upon the first no end, and then the third one is kind of the pinnacle of the series. It is the best of the best. It is possibly even one of the best open world RPGs you will ever get to play. So, and I think they're suitably separate. They're suitably separate that you can get away with not playing the first two if you don't want to. If you just want to experience the greatness that is The Witcher, you can do that. But anyway, so now we've established the facts. The Scoia'tael are a sort of, I mean, they're kind of guerrilla tactics style warriors who they've kind of been shunned by society. I think they're kind of because they're elves. It's like, you know, it's the race thing in The Witcher essentially. Elves are seen as lower creatures, and so the Scoia'tael have all banded together in order to sort of fight back. That type of deal. At the end of your turn, boost self by 1 if you control only elf units. Ignore the condition if you control. Oh, this is a V. This fuck. I hate you. I hate the U's and the V's in this game are atrocious. God damn it. Because sometimes these look exactly like a V, but they're actually a U. These, sometimes they're a fucking U, but they look like a V. Okay. I don't quite understand what the fuck this means. Let's just... Oh, I see. Right, okay. Ignore the condition. Right, so if I control the card Vernesial, we'll call him Vern for now. I can ignore the control only elves. But then again, I'm leaning, the amount of elves I've unlocked, I'm leaning towards the idea of just trying to build a sort of exclusively elf deck, perhaps. Because technically I think the Scoia'tael are mostly elves, but a lot of them sometimes can be sort of... oh, that's interesting. You can turn her into a young dryad. Interesting. Whenever you play a nature card, spawn a wandering Trent in a random allied row and set its power equal to the number of units with symbiosis you control. I can't deny that the dryads... I've seen the dryads be quite effective as well. Yeah, it's not a great one. Like the lowercase u, absolutely fine. You can tell the difference between the lowercase u and the lowercase v because you've got that little sort of edge. But I don't know. It might just be me, I suppose. But I am very much struggling with the capital U's and V's in this game. Dwarven Mercenary. So again, as I say, mostly it's elves, but I think that, you know, any creature that's not human is essentially viable for the Scoia'tael. So the Hammer Dryad, there's a symbiosis there. So yeah, I'm guessing there's a symbiosis archetype that you could possibly draw upon. So boost self by 1 for each elf in your hand. See, like this one, I'm fairly certain. That. So maybe that is every head. Maybe I'm making the mistake at all times or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's certainly proving troublesome to me when it comes to these blooming V's and U's. The Dryad Fledgling once again. The Mahakam Guard. I will guard your Mahakams, whether you like it or not. So Blue Mountain Elite. We didn't actually read that one. Damage an enemy unit by 3 if it is the only unit on its row. That's going to be a difficult one to pull off. I don't think that's going to happen that often. The Forest Whisperer. Give an enemy unit poison. Give an allied unit a shield. It's quite nice. Crushing Trap. That's the other thing. As I say, guerrilla tactics is their sort of their deal. So you have got traps in the Scoia'tael decks. Damage an enemy unit by 1 for each row that separates it from this unit. I suppose then in that case what you really want to do is make sure this Dull Blathana Bowman is on the rear row of your fight and then aim at a target on the enemy's rear row, which means you get the most out of it, if that makes... I think that makes sense to me. It's an elf, so I'll grab it for now. Dink, 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 and oh, there's a look what looks like a special one on the end. Mahakam Guard we've seen. Trained Hork. Harmony. Boosts up by 1. Or, oh yes, this is right. Whenever you play a Scoia'tael unit in this row whose primary category is unique among all of your units. So I'm assuming if I've... Yeah. If I have a bunch of elves and a beast, so the Trained Hawk, Harmony would upgrade it by 1? That's how I'm reading it at the moment. I can't guarantee that. So we've got the Dryad Fledgling again, and then Murlega, which appears to be a very large cat. Damage an enemy unit by 3. If you control Etriel, does it show me what Etriel is? Yes, he's an elf. Ah, lovely. If you control Etriel, also damage adjacent units by 3. So that's interesting. You've got a bit of a choice there between which one you would deploy first if you happen to have both of them. Dwern Canal Guardian, Veil Symbiosis, Hammer Dryad Symbiosis, and the Dryad Matron. Every allied turn on turn end, move to the rightmost spot on this row, then boost an allied unit to the left. Oh, shit in hell, yes. I remember that was a nasty thing that was happening all over the place, and I did not like it, sir. Last time that happened to me, I did not like it. Oh, that's all my crates. I did only buy 5, so I was, you know, being a little bit sort of restrictive with my money. I don't want to spend all my points all at once. I am extremely fucking tight. There you go. One of their basic utility abilities is guerrilla tactics. So if that doesn't prove what I was saying, I don't know what will. Move a unit to the other row. If it's an enemy, damage it by 2. If it's an ally, boost it by 2. That's actually not bad. Boost all units in your hand by 1. That's equally not bad, but not... I mean, not spectacular. That would be one where you'd want to go immediately, really, I think, wouldn't it? You'd want to just go pop straight away. Get them all... Get all maximum volume of cards in your hand, all boosted at once, perhaps. Play a Scoia'tael special card from your graveyard. So that would be quite useful if you've got mostly specials, which would, you know, go hand in hand with a couple of those elf cards that I picked up. Damage unit by 1. Charges are free. Once all charges have been exhausted, spawn and play a Broccolin Sentinel. So that's another Dryad. Death Blow. Oh, okay. Of this unit from your deck to this row. Interesting. I don't actually have any other of those. So I suppose you'd need to build around that. Was that... Yes, that was Precision Strike. Spawn an Elven Deadeye in an allied row. And you get 3 of those. That's not the worst. No, that's definitely not the worst, especially if I'm going for an elf-based deck. Play a Scoia'tael card from your deck with 0 provision cost or less. This value is raised by 1 for a unique primary category among Scoia'tael cards in your starting deck. Nope. Don't understand. Moving on. Spawn and play Tempering. All dwarves, so if you build a dwarf deck, I suppose, in your starting deck, get 1 armor. Nature, boost an ally by 5. If it's a dwarf, also give it 2 armor. That's tempting. I don't know if I've really got enough. I suppose I could look up the tips and tricks. Plus, I can usually, most of the time, I've been able to just build with these card fragments. I can usually build most of the cards I want. But I think I might try this Deadeye Ambush as the first priority. And just try and build something into elves, really. So, let's have a look, I suppose. Boost an allied elf, dwarf and dryad unit by 2. Okay, that's not the worst. Barnabas Beckenbauer. Right, we've got the tactical advantage in. That's fine. Oh, we could include vampires. I don't know if I want to specifically. Ivo of Belhaven. See that? No, I suppose that's 2 V's, isn't it? Fine. I'm desperately trying to find an example of why I don't like the font, but I'm beginning to suspect it's my imagination. So we're not really after dwarves. I could cut this down a bit more if I wanted to, but I'm not fussed at the moment. Damage enemy unit by 4. Damage 4 enemy units by 1. Ooh, yes please. You are coming into the field. Sheldon Skaggs. He's a dwarf. No, again, I'm looking mostly for elves. If you control only Scoia'tael units, damage a unit by 2 instead. Well, surely you... Oh, I suppose that's not a Scoia'tael unit. That's a general unit. Where... Then again, maybe not. Interesting. Maybe it's the colour. It might be the colour that defines it. But yeah, essentially he's a human on the side of them, I suppose. Do I have this Etrial? No, I don't think I do. So I might have to have a look and see if I can get Etrial. So I'll tell you what, we'll put them in. I can always take it out. Human Knight, no. Escal. I suppose it's... I mean, their triple combo is not terrible, but it wouldn't necessarily go... sort of go with what I'm after. Boost all allied units by 1. That could be beneficial. Could be beneficial. Lacerate is always not terrible. Big Erwin. Damage an enemy unit by 3 and all copies of it by 1. An Elf Mage. Ooh. Purify a unit. Give an allied unit to vitality for 4 turns. Yeah, go on. I'll put you in there. That could be useful. It depends on precisely what else we get here. Gimpy Kerwin is an amazing name. It is. It surely is. Half-elf hunter. Hunter with the half-elf. Half-elf power. What are you going on about? I do not know. Okay, so this harmony one. Yeah, I think by category we're looking at this word here. So I suppose at this point, if I can kind of get... Oh, and you can get another Deadeye. Oh, fuck yeah. Just theming it around archery, I suppose, is not necessarily the best way of playing the game, but fuck it. So I could possibly get 2 of them in there. We'll see if I want one of them. Whenever you play a special card, so that's Are these classified as special cards? Or is there a very specific... Because I feel like specials are these sort of relics. But I might be mistaken. I might have to have a look. Boost a unit by 5 and remove its lock. Oh, that's not bad. Plus, that is a beautifully animated card, isn't it? Oh. I mean, it's probably relatively simple for a professional animator, but it still looks the piece, doesn't it? It looks the piece. Waylay. That's a tactic. I suppose I might have to just take a punt at seeing what happens. So, adrenaline rush. Traps, yes. I wouldn't mind putting some traps in, perhaps. Because that's sort of part of the point of doing this elf thing, I think, really. Move an enemy unit to their other row. Move an allied unit to your other row. Okay, that could be good if I find that archer fella I had. Oh, I quite like the idea of spawning another Deadeye. But yeah, I think I'll stick a couple of those guys in. Okay, so that is a V. So it might just be me after all. After all this time, I think it's just me having misinterpreted it somewhere along the line. Oh well. Damage. Yes. So what's the difference between a spring and an ambush? An ability triggered manually by the player only when the card is face down. Cards with spring are flipped over after use. Played face down, then flips over when the ability's condition is met. Play face. Right. Cards use flip. Oh, quite pleased that new text thing works. Don't know why the heart, because that's supposed to be a generic heart in the middle, but for some reason when Nightbot throws it down, it becomes a monkey with hearts in its eyes. I might change the emote that I've got there, but it just seems weird that the standard heart thing... I'm going to put the incinerating traps in. I want traps, and I'm curious as to what the fuck they'll do. So I think elves and beasts. I'm happy with some elves and beasts. That definitely, and I'm definitely going to want another one of them, but I might try and... Oh no, I won't be able to afford it, so fuck it, let's just craft one. Craft a standard one. Oh, unless, actually... Oh, yeah, transmute. I could... Yeah, fuck it, we'll transmute it. That's it. Oh, I achieved an achievement. And very good you looked achieving it as well. So I think... Yeah, you've automatically put the motion one in. So we'll put the other one in as well. Superb. Right. At the end of the boost yourself by 1 if you control only elf units. Now, that's where elves and beasts might prove troublesome. But then again... Ah, I have got some traps, so get you in there. Reveal a random card from your deck if it's a special card. Now, I feel like I should perhaps have more specials, but I also want more elves. So yeah, yes, we'll have you in there, but we will need Verdadudar as well. Let's just. Okay, special. Ethel card. Okay, so... I suppose that's got the word special in it. Not necessarily that it is classified as special. Okay, so I've got a feeling special cards may very well be the traps and the tactics, and anything that's basically not a unit, I think may very well turn out to be a special card. So what I might do is I'll put the Sage in, and I'll put you in. And then let's cut it down to search for elves. Right. So the Ain-Shay Sabre, that's one of the starting cards, I think. Feign Death. Oh, this is one of those weird scenario cards that I don't fully understand, but there you go. So, prologue. Right. Progress whenever you play an elf. Which shouldn't actually be that difficult. I'm assuming what you want to do is play a load of elves, then play it, perhaps. Or, I suppose, technically. So you get 1 in the prologue, 2 in Chapter 1, and then in Chapter 2 you get to spawn and play Waylay, which is a tactic, damage an enemy unit by 3, death blow, spawn, an elven deadeye in a random row. I'm not entirely sure how you would necessarily kill that card to get it to death blow. Plus that was expensive to build, so I'm not necessarily... right, Vernasil. Yes, I would like you, so we'll craft you. Expensive craft, but fuck it, we'll do it. Oh, there's the elf. Bring the elf in. Do you know what? Fuck it. I am going to try this feigned death. I might as well have a crack, have a try. Oh. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Oh no, that's very much not what I thought it was. That's fine. So, spawn and summon a base copy of this unit in the other row. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than tactical advantage. I certainly don't think it's better. Because you get a boost of 5 there, whereas that one, yeah, you get some elves, but you don't necessarily get a... You don't get a decent one, I don't think. Avalach. Ah, you're having a lach, aren't you? Fucking hell, mate, you're having a lach. Spawn and play Biting Frost, Impenetrable Fog, or Torrential Rain. Yes. Yes, get in my deck, my friend. This is why you lose, because you are just randomly punting elves and shit all over the place, and you're not absolutely not paying attention whatsoever. Play an artifact from your deck. Now, I think artifact is a specific thing. Ah, that. Yes, we definitely want that. Returning a that bites you is never good. No. Definitely want you, because I've got some traps now. Destroy self and all other units with the same power. I can see the benefit, but I also find myself going, no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Look at a random dwarf, dryad, and elf from your deck. No, I'm mostly doing elves, so I don't think I'll bother with that. Damage enemy units at both ends of a row by 2. That feels like it'd probably be beneficial. Although I should probably focus on some lesser units. Try and get them in there. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. We're having that one. Yes, please. That's it. He is another gold card, though, isn't he? I seem to... It's because they do the golds from the top, so I think I fear I wind up sort of just accidentally ended up just exclusively doing gold cards a lot of the time, which is not the best of ones. Whenever an enemy unit moves, damage by 1. Yes. I do want that. And I tell you what, I think I can buy the animated version. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have one of them as well. That's the ticket. So yeah, we'll have 2 of them. The reason we want 2 of them is because we had the dude who could move things, and that goes nicely. So damage an enemy unit by 2, or 2 units by 1 each. Yes. I have actually pretty much officially run out of my provisions now. Shit. So if there's anything else, I need to try and... Ah, now, see, that one's quite good. What I need to do, I think, is try and sort of... Okay, that's where I need someone to be able to move them again. He does have the power to move me. He very much has the power to move me. Damage an enemy unit by 1. If Elven War Dancer is already boosted, damage an enemy unit by 3 instead. Ooh. Now, this is where I'm doing too many different things all at once, I fear. Which is not useful, but still. So if I've got enemy motion, bringing this one in, we'll grab the animated version as well. At this point, I am over the bounds of what I should be doing. That's fine. I need to just adjust that. Boost an elf in your hand by 2. I mean, that could be quite good, yes. Damage an enemy unit by 3 if it's the only enemy in its row. That's... yeah, that could be troublesome to get. But then again, I've got row moving. Okay, I think we'll I think what we're possibly looking at trying to do, yeah, I think I want to change the skill, maybe. I'm running into the problem of I think I'm just sort of I'm sort of getting lost in several different archetypes, I think. And that's proving a bit of an issue. Let's try and... right, let's... okay, change ability, because I think if we go Invigorate... yeah, so we've got Invigorate. Feign... well, no. Feign Death I want to keep in, yes. Right, I think what I want to do is exclusively elves, perhaps. Although, having said that, wasn't there a Harmony elf? I don't know. I don't think I've got enough specials to necessarily benefit that. So, yeah, alright, let's get rid of that beast. That's how I think I've got mostly units, which may not benefit me. Reveal a random card from your deck if it's a spec. No, get rid of that. And get rid of him. Because I think specials is not what this deck is doing at the moment. Right. So again, that goes with the moving things. That goes with the being boosted already. That's not too bad because I do have some traps. Let's have a look at other traps that may or may not be available. So return an allied trap. I've got him in the thing. Boost adjacent units by 3. Interesting. Whenever an allied trap is triggered, boost, yes. Incinerating trap, yes. Crushing trap. So damage all units on a row by 1. After 2 turns at the end of your turn, damage all enemy units on the row with the most units by 2. Ah, that's interesting. So I wonder... now, okay. Boost self if you only control elf units. Well, that shouldn't be a huge problem because I'm pretty much exclusively elves. Waylay is a tactic, and I can get that from the Feign Death chapter card. Although, having said that, that's probably very expensive. Yeah, that's very expensive and probably not worth it. Especially because I'm kind of removing the idea of getting Elven Deadeyes now. I'm going more traps. Which might... oh, God. This is why I don't build decks. This is why I don't build decks. Fucking hell. Deadeye Ambush. No. Let's go tell special card from your graveyard. Now, are traps special cards? Okay, right. Okay. New plan. Right, if it's already boosted, get rid of that, because we don't want it. Whenever a trap is triggered, boost self, yes. So let's do that search for traps again. Or trap, sorry. Just trap, please. Alright, fine, I'll type it again. Are you happy now? Right. Okay, so we've got some traps, we've got Elven Scouts, and we've got Elven Scouts in here, don't we? Yes, we've got 2 Elven Scouts in there. We also have a Yorveth. Do we have a Yorveth in there? Marvellous. Right, I don't have Etrial, so get rid of that thing. That's not a problem. And now what I might do is bring in some more traps. So there's a trap. Transform into Trent Mantis. Give the next unit played by your opponent poison and transform into Trent Mantis. Strike. Cool. Marvellous, yes. he says, really knowing what the fuck he's talking about. Yes, that's the one. Okay, after your opponent plays a card, randomly split damage equal to its provision cost between all enemy units. Okay. After your opponent plays a special card, destroy the enemy unit with the highest power. Okay. I'm probably burning through these fucking card fragments, but, you know. Needs must if you're just randomly building a deck that's probably a bit shit. Okay, so we've got way too many cards in our deck, because as much as you can have 31, you're probably better off going closer to the 25. It's the usual scenario in these sort of games. Being close to the minimum deck limit is usually better, because it means you can draw the right cards at the right time. I am also 20 over my so that's fine. Each allied elven Deadeye. Okay, so we don't need you because we're no longer doing Deadeyes. Spawning and playing Biting Frost and Petrol Fog is still probably quite good. Damage is still probably quite good. Return an allied trap to your hand and then play a trap is probably still quite good. A trap there, a trap there. Elf Mage. Purify a unit give an allied unit vitality. That's not 100% necessary, but it's not necessarily antithesis to this deck. Half Elf Hunter, I think we'll get rid of. Waylay is not the worst. Whenever an enemy unit moves, damage it by 1. Now, theoretically, did I not? Maybe I got rid of them by accident. And yeah, I've got a feeling I don't have the units I thought I had. Which is awesome. So, they're probably pointless as well. Because I swear I'd actually put in... Let's try and find what... Oh, there we go. No, I did not put the head officer in. Okay. So the Dolblathana Sentry... Probably not hugely worth it. So get rid of the Dolblathana Sentry. Damage an enemy unit by 3 if it is only... that again relied on the idea of having... that again, no. Okay. Trap. Boost self by 1 for each elf in the hand. I'm suddenly getting a lot of occasions where I don't actually have as much... Okay. Now I need to put cards back in. No. Oh, I know. Let's try and figure this out. I don't know. I suppose theoretically, now that I've got a lot of traps in, I get the impression that this is where it's going to go horribly wrong if I'm wrong here, but I get the impression... Now, where's that sage? Where's the sage gone? Ah, there he is. So, yes, let's try and... Yeah, we might as well build an animated version. So we'll put the sage in, because I think traps are going to be classified as specials. But I cannot guarantee that fact. So that's definitely an issue. Archer, that's probably going to be fine. Oh, wait, I do have the fucking Dragoons in there. Oh, for fuck's sake, son, fuck's sake. You're not doing this very well, are you? No. No, I'm not doing this very well at all. I'm getting confused. Okay, so I probably don't... Like, anything Vruhed is probably not hugely necessary. Oh, fuck off. Right, any other Vruhed people in here? I don't like you. I don't want you. Go away. Okay. That's possibly that situation sorted. Right. Waylay. We've already got a Waylay in there, I'm assuming. Yes? Yes, we already have a Waylay in there. Right. Damage all enemy units by 1. That could be beneficial. Destroy 2 allied units of the same border colour, then create and play a unit of the same colour from your faction or neutrals. That sounds awful. Move a unit to the other row. That's meh. Although I like her, but it's also not hugely useful here. Damage on his doodah. Boost all other allied elf units by 1. Whenever you play an elf, boost itself by 1. Okay, that's not... That's already the worst. I feel like I might... I'm probably going too far into special cards, perhaps. What was that other one that did something to do with special? Correct prior to certain deck. There was someone else. Ah, there we go. That's the one. Reveal a random card. So do I already have you in the deck? I don't think I do. So we'll pop you in the deck. You are a bronze card, so it might be worthwhile popping 2 of you in the deck. Yeah? Yeah, it seems not the worst idea. So Johnny could be quite good, but he's not an elf, which, I mean, I don't know how much difference that would make, but play any special card from your deck. That could be good, yes. Create and play a special card from any faction. That, again, could be quite good. Interesting, that sounds absolutely bizarre. Okay. If your starting deck has no duplicates, send Shoop on an adventure. An adventure doing what? Just apparently just has many different forms. I don't know. Does that mean he just comes out as a random form? I fucking no clue what the fuck that means. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll grab one of these. That is expensive. Oh, I'm feeling the pain. I'm feeling the pain of spending stuff. I'm feeling the pain again. Here comes the pain. Right, so there's that. And there's a lovely little special there. So that's my 25 cards and pretty much all of my stuff done. So, I don't know. Special traps with the question. Oh, I'm not allowed question marks. I might. Oh yeah, bastard. Special traps. There we go. That'll do. Special traps. And boy, oh boy, is it going to be special. And I think it's going to be shit. Is the honest truth. I think it's going to be shit because I don't think I've balanced. I don't think I've balanced anything correctly. So it's just like no, it's awful. Anyway, spend 10,000 scraps. Oh god, the pain of having spent that much. I think that includes the ones I did last week as well. Perhaps that's probably overall spend 10,000. Transmute a card. Yes, that was quite useful having transmuted the card. Change game board. I don't really have the one game board, do I? I only really have the one coin at the moment as well. Wouldn't go amiss getting another coin at some point, but at the moment I very much only have the. Oh, I see. I can use that card back, or yeah, I have no other card backs. I don't think I've got any other dudes either. No, I've only got him as a dude. That's fine. That's acceptable, I suppose. What the fuck is his name? Yes. Philanderer Infidel. That's it. We are calling him Philanderer. Because that's what he does with all the Dryad women. He philanders. He is a philanderer. Ooh, yes. Ah, this should prove interesting. It really fucking should, because I don't know how to use this deck. And not knowing how to use this deck is a problem. I do like that tree beastie. In fact, was it the tree beastie? There was a really interesting... Oh, good God. Yes, here we go. The Fruits of Isgith. Yes. I keep meaning to try and do something with the Fruits of Isgith. Right. As with before, so many of these, I have no idea what the fuck I want to do with them. So... Oh, God, I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep them all. I don't know. I don't have any real strategies with this. So, I don't... Yeah. Fucking hell. Trigger a bronze allied unit's death wish. Oh, nice. Well, I think nice, anyway. Probably nice. Yeah, there you go. I think it niced. Oh, yes. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, really niced. Okay. Well, I am down 10 points already, and I don't have a huge amount of things. Damage enemy unit by the number of elf units, so I don't want to use him first. But I possibly return an allied trap to your hand, then play a trap. Okay, that's later. That's after I've dealt with some traps. So if I'm right about traps being special, could you? Sorry. Ah, there we go. I think it was just slightly delayed there. Hopefully nothing too major is happening that's causing difficulty. But it didn't seem to want to play the card, and I don't know if that was my fault or the game's fault or the lag's fault. A buyer. Trigger a bronze allied unit's death wish ability. I see. I get the sense. I get the sense that this fella, he knows. He knows how to death wish. He knows how to death wish far better than I ever did. Right, so I suppose on a row probably isn't too bad. So we'll place that face down. So I think it will spring rather than ambush. I'm struggling to know 100% know the difference. But does he know that you know that he knows? He definitely does. What is that button? Oh, I see. It's so you can check your quests if need be. I don't need to. Can we go away? There we go. Marvellous. Right, so can I activate? Yes, I can activate the crushing trap manually. And then after 2 turns, at the end of your turn, damage all enemy units on the row with the most units by 2. Okay, so you could mitigate that reasonably well. But, okay, so that's probably not a special card. And I get the impression... Okay, so a special card, the only special card in my deck is a tactic. That's most likely a problem. What the fuck am I doing? Damage enemy unit by 3. Not worth getting rid of that. Get rid of that thing. Or damage that thing, I suppose is the key thing. Yeah, turns out this deck is probably worse than I ever thought. Shit. Shit. Shitty. Well, that means that... Right, I'll boost up by 2. So that's a special card. How do I know... But that... I suppose maybe because traps are placed face down, they are special cards. But because they're done face down, they don't count as special cards. So theoretically, next turn, that's going to trigger again, right? Or... don't know how traps work, and it's going to be a problem for the moment or so. I can't remember which is which, but fuck it, we'll play one of these. So Frost. Oh god, I need to find out what Frost is. Start the owner's turn. Damage the highest power unit on by 2, lowest power unit by 2, and 2 random units by 2. So the rain would probably be more efficient, and we'll put the rain on the back row. Although, having said that, Death Wish deck, killing them is not necessarily going to be the world's greatest of plans. And as I say, I'm not entirely sure if this trap is going to actually spring off or not. So, I think, all in all, I don't think I'm going to win because this deck is shit. Now, I realise the deck being shit is entirely my fault. I'm not going to claim otherwise. But, it's a troublesome truck. Oh, I suppose he triggered off of the rain, didn't he? Because that's technically a special card. So let's play the waylay once again, I suppose. With my order, which will give him a bit of something and give me the Elven Deadeye. And then let's try and get the trap back in my hand. And then we'll play... Yes, we'll play the horn. We'll play the horn there. So, right, okay. When your opponent passes... Okay. Right, okay. I'm beginning to understand traps a little bit more. So, springing... No, okay, I don't know. Yes, I do know. Yes. Yes, right. Springing. Springing is where, yeah, as it says, an ability you trigger manually. So if you spring a trap, you do it manually and you get one effect. If you do the other, you get a different effect. Okay. Okay, I'm understanding. I'm understanding. Right, so I suppose we need to play something. So we might as well play that and just pop a little bit of extra damage on you. And then we win the first round. So I'm beginning to understand the cards that I put in. Like, shut up, you. Shut up. Look, this is how I learn things, unfortunately. I have to just throw things in and go, oh, I see, this is how it's working. I understand. It's an unfortunate trait, but nonetheless, it is the one I have. Okay, so reveal a random card from your deck if it's a special card, right? So yeah, specials. Well, although if it's being revealed from my deck, the specials should work. Again, I have no reference point. I think those cards are fine. So let's try and reveal a special card. I have to deploy it in the ranged row. That is not a special card. That's not a special card. I don't like this card. Relies too much on luck. I'm not keen on it. I think I'm going to like the traps, maybe. But it's a difficult one. But I do want to have a look into this fruit thing. Fruits and... yeah, it was fruits and consumption. That was the other deck I wanted to look into. Where you can sort of... you can use the fruit. Because the fruit is respawning every time it disappears. Which means you can consume it and then put another fruit down. Consume it, put another fruit down. Consume it, put another fruit down. So that's quite good. Right, put the Elven Scout down and then we'll start trying to build some traps up. So I don't think it matters where I put the traps. So possibly if I put a trap next to the Elven Scout, he'll think it's that horn again. He'll think I've got the horn once more. Oh, I mean, it was fascinating. I saw a guy do it last week, which is why, you know, most of the things I do in this game are based on... the fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Fuck me. Well, so much for that. So much for that. Right. I mean, I still probably... yeah, we'll still put a trap down. Not going to be as effective now, but we'll still put the traps down. These people, every perishing time I do anything with these people, they forever counter it. I mean, it's like they want to win. And it's like, fuck you. You're not allowed to win. This isn't how the game is meant to go. The game is meant to be mine and mine alone. Look, you don't even have a fucking border around your picture. You should definitely not be winning. Swine. Kepuli swine. I'm assuming it wasn't, but it looked like a Cyprian Welly. A Wiley. That's fine. A Cyprian Wiley. That's more acceptable than a Welly. Right, so... oh, I suppose, yeah, the incinerating trap just killed him. Cool beans. The coolest of beans. Does it have to be melee? Yes, it does. So let's put him on the melee row and then start sort of elven sword mastering and stabbing people. Stab, stab. Stab, stab. Hey, you, stab. Hey, you, stab, stab. Hey, I'm going to stab you. I'm going to stab, 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 stabby, stab, stab you. Right. Oh, well, okay. Now. That's a shame, because the provisions cost of that is not that high. Although that's 0, so it's higher than that, yeah. That's a shame. I kind of want to keep the cards, but I think he's got far too many cards. No, I'm going to have to keep the cards. There's no way I'm going to beat that spear tip without burning every single card I've got available to me. I was going to say, you'd be stupid not to just pass. I've given you the round, mate. I've given you the round. So it all boils down to the third round. The most important round of all. The third one. Right. Righty-toty-potty. Now. Not sure about that one. Try and get someone else. Create and play a special card from any faction. That's not going to be that useful now. Unfortunately, the sword... Actually, Swordmaster... If I play the Swordmaster reasonably early doors, I might be able to get him to just keep poking things. Although, of course, with Death Wish, I don't necessarily want to poke it to death, but still. You don't have to play 3 rounds. You can get it. If you win twice, you win twice. It's best 2 out of 3. Damage, yes. If I play that first, I think. What it is oftentimes it's easier to just go and leave the second round if you've won the first. But yeah, it's best 2 out of 3. Oh, right. Okay, that's fair. Fuck! 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 And fuck! And fuck. More fucks than you can shake a fuck at. Can't believe you just destroyed my... Oh. Every time I think of a strategy, they knock the card out before it even remotely gets a chance to have a go. Oh, not the Blood Moon! Oh, now I'm fucked. Well, actually, tell a lie. He's put the Blood Moon on the front row. I can probably, although that's four bloody turns, so yeah, I'm probably gonna have to just put the Dolblathana Archer on the rear row. So yeah, we'll shove that trap down as well. So I think the problem is I've gotten distracted with traps and thought, oh, traps, that's a good idea. And it's not, because traps are lovely, but they don't actually get you any points. They can only really, well, I suppose the boost one gets you points. But they can mostly just destroy, destroy things on the enemy team. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that was 6 points. It's not terrible. Oh, and incineration, I suppose. Well, I'll kick the crap out of it. So that's not the worst of situations. Let's put another card down. It's a shame I didn't have that earlier on, because if he'd used the Blood Moon, I'm fairly certain the Blood Moon's going to be classified as a special card. Difficult to say for absolute certain, but I'm reasonably certain it is. Okay, so I'm going to want to play the Blathana Archer, then the Ida Imian Epshine. What are you doing? Order. Banish all units in your graveyard, then boost self by what? Oh, okay. The tart that is in mourning is quite powerful. So I'm going to have to rely on... Oh no, 2 enemy units by 1, yes! Yes, you beautiful archer. And... Oh, yes, I've targeted 1, I've targeted another. Ba-bam! No tart mourning for you, sir. See, I can ruin other people's plans as well, god damn it. The only problem is Vitality is not going to do as much as I need it to do, which is inconvenient. But oh, okay. Well, he's useless in this situation, bar the fact that he's got an extra 3 points. Is that? Oh, that's got fucking Thrive on it. Oh, that might be a problem. Put that there, and then give you some boost. It'll get a couple of boosts while this guy's taking turns, but it's not going to be enough. Unless that card in his hand is utterly useless, I don't think there's any possibility that I'm going to win this. No. Although, wait. Straight draw. Straight draw. What the fuck? I genuinely didn't think he was going to play a special card. So I didn't think that trap was going to do anything, but flipping hell. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. Whoops, I didn't mean to go on the journey. That was the wrong option. I can't deny, if I was to progress enough along this path, maybe I'd consider unlocking that, but I don't know. It's not that expensive, just not that appealing. Okay, so the Draconid, yes, of course. I suppose, yeah, I didn't win. I didn't win. I didn't lose, but I didn't win. what an annoying, little thing. I tell you what, I don't necessarily want to bore you with more deck building, but I fear I want to build a Nilfgaard deck now, just for shits and giggles, just to have a go. Just to have a bit of a variety in the terms of the cards we see, but unfortunately, as I say, that does equate to right, Nilfgaard, that's the ones I want, so I'll take another 5. Paid now, yes, that's it. I am being far too flippant with this currency because I don't think it's that readily available. The Thirsty Dome. Oh my. A vampire aristocrat. Whenever an enemy unit receives a status, boosts self by 1. The Spotter. I spot that thing down there. Reveal a random unit from your opponent's deck and boost self by its power. Oh yes, that's a good one. Assimilation. Boost self by 1 or the specified amount whenever you play a card that is not from your starting deck. Okay, so I think by starting deck, what they mean is the cards in your hand at the beginning. So if you can summon things from the rest of your deck, you might be okay. So if a current's unit power is lower than its base power, restore it to either to base power or by the amount specified. Okay, that's interesting, yeah. Okay, Assassination. Damage unit by 6. Decrease the damage by 1 for each unit adjacent to it. Interesting. Okay. At the end of every allied turn, boost self by 1 if there is a locked enemy. Okay, that means I could do with some locking if I was to use him. Spawn a base copy. Oh, he's also an agent. And there was a challenge to play agents, wasn't there? I suppose maybe figuring out something to do with agents might not be a terrible way to go. Although agents, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what agents do. There's an assimilate one there as well. So yeah, that's boosted for not from your starting deck. Yeah, so I suppose that's when you start. As I say, I think that's where you have to start summoning them from your deck. Re-enable your leader's ability. Oh my, that is probably very, very powerful. Damien Delator. Goody. Experimental Remedy. Play a bronze unit from your opponent's graveyard. Not bad. But I've already got one, apparently, so I might not bother getting a second one at this exact moment in time. Spawn and play a base copy of a non-disloyal bronze enemy unit. That's another agent. And you are disloyal. So spawn and play a base copy of a non-disloyal bronze enemy unit. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Do I get to choose that one is the key here then? I don't think so, because I think, yeah. I think I'll take her. I think I might try leaning towards agents. And I know last time it didn't go well when I said I was going to be leaning towards anything, because it all went horribly all over the place, but still. The War Council. Look at the top. First 3 cards on the top of your deck and play one of them. The Thirsty Dame once again. She is apparently incredibly... Whoa! The Mage Torturer. Give an enemy unit spying. What does spying do? Status given to a unit spawn played or moved to the opposite side of the battlefield. And that's so does that mean... I'm assuming that means you take a card? No, I don't think that would be it. I suppose maybe it's just a case of you can put a spy in the enemy team and then you can use cards that trigger off of spies, perhaps. Viper Witcher we'll leave alone because I've already got one, so we'll figure out which of these two I want. You're another agent, so fuck it, let's have another agent coming in. Ooh, the Venendal Elite. Boost self by 1 for each tactic. Apparently, yes. Apparently the game really wants me to have a Thirsty Dame. The Mangonel Spotter. It also apparently really wants me to have spotters. I've got loads of them. Damage enemy unit by 1. For every spying unit adjacent to it, increase the damage by 2. And that is why you want extra spies. That is why adding spying to a unit is beneficial. Oh, the False City. That's a hell of a piece of art, isn't it? Oh, soup. I like it. Van Morleham's Cupbearer. Assimilate, poison a unit, purify a unit. Roderick of Duntine. I've seen him before, and weirdly, I don't know what he is about that artwork, but there's a certain Robert Lindsay. He reminds me of Robert Lindsay in that picture. I don't know why. There's just something about his face that just goes, oh, you know what? I see a Robert Lindsay there. Look at 2 random gold cards from your deck and then play one of them. Ah, yes. Now, see, I quite like the idea of having more agents, but that's actually quite good. So, move an enemy unit to the other row, boost an agent by 3. So I suppose if I've got lots of agents, boost... Yeah, I think it's going to have to be that one. As much as the other guy is very, very good. I think if I'm building towards agents being key... The Menagerie Keeper. Damage an enemy unit by 2. If you have a tactic in your hand, give it bleeding. Ooh. That's interesting, because that means you're giving away one of your card types, at least. So that's an intriguing one. The Mage Infiltrator. Damage adjacent units by 3. But then, I can't have too many of these disloyal ones, because that means I'm basically giving them points. So I've got to try and find a better balance than I did with traps. Viper Witcher, we've already got one, so the Vikavara Novice. Draw a card, then place a card from your hand at the top of your deck. Oh, yeah, I've seen people using that one. Amnesty. Seize an enemy unit with 3 power or less. Boost it by 2... Oh, hang on. Conspiracy. Trigger this ability if target unit has spying status. Devotion. Trigger this ability if your starting deck has no neutral cards. Okay. I'm still not 100% sure how I find out what are and are not neutral cards, but I think Amnesty is probably the best bet if I'm going to be spying and agentsing. I don't think that's a word, is it? Agentsing? No, I don't think it is. Unless you're just going with the CIA sort of bursting into a karaoke evening. Oh, awesome. I've got some millings. Pick my faction. I want to be Nilfgaard. Right, let's have a look at this. So, move an allied Nilfgaardian unit to your hand and boost it by 2, then play a card. That's not bad. Boost an allied unit by 2 charges of 4. Once all charges have been exhausted, move a soldier unit from your deck to the top. I'm assuming that's the top of the deck. That's, again, those two, the basic ones are usually quite solid. And probably what I should, you know, stick to. Possibly strategic withdrawal. Oh, it does have to be an allied one. So I was wondering if you could use that with slaves, perhaps, spies and disloyals, perhaps. Look at the top 3 cards from your deck and play one. That's not a terrible choice, because it's bringing one onto the field. On game start, disable the enemy leader for the duration of the battle. Ooh. That could be very potent. I mean, that could shut down a lot of things. I mean, seriously. Some people, you know, I built a Death Wish deck relying entirely on my leader ability, so that's powerful. That is powerful. Seize an enemy unit with 3 power or less. This value is raised by 1 for every 4 tactic cards in your starting deck. Okay. I mean, that feels quite appealing, the seizing, owing to the fact that I could use disloyal cards and then seize them back, which might work reasonably well. Create and play a card from your opponent's hand. Yeah, not terrible. Lock an enemy unit, then spawn its base copy in the opposite row and boost it by 2. Ooh, now that is very appealing. So I'm slightly torn between Imposter, Enslave, and perhaps even Lockdown. I think for now we'll start with Imposter. See what we want to do. So, re-enabling the leader ability at the moment is very beneficial. If I change my mind, it's not going to be quite so beneficial. But let's have a look. Let's shrink it down to agents. We might end up buying some more cards, but never. Oh well. Okay, what are you doing? Spawn an operative in an enemy row. And what, pray tell, is an operative? Okay. Good lord. Okay. At the start of the round, while in hand or deck, transform. Oh, I see. So he actually upgrades from an operative, or sorry, he goes from an officer to a general to an emperor. Good lord. Okay, that's looking complicated. Seize all spying operatives. Seize all. Yes. Yeah, ooh. Ooh. That's probably, yes. Let's try that. I'll probably want the keyword spying in a moment as well. Right, I can only have one of him, so that's not a problem. Create and play a bronze disloyal Nilfgaard unit. No, I don't like the sound of that. That doesn't sound useful. Seize a locked enemy unit. Ooh, now that goes nicely with the ability. So if I keep that ability, that's going to be quite useful. So let's have him. Now, banish up to 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard. Not terrible, but not 100% useful, I don't think. The last tactic, that would be good if I'm using a lot of tactics, I suppose. If neither player has passed and your opponent's hand is not full, they draw the lowest cost card and you draw the highest cost card. What? So I'm assuming they draw their lowest cost card from their deck in general. I draw my highest cost card. Interesting. I mean, at the moment, I believe my highest cost card would be the Usurper Officer. Which, now, that's interesting. That's interesting. Because if I was to get her first... Yes. That could be beneficial. Move an enemy unit to the other row. Boost an agent by 3. As I say, I'm going to have a lot of agents, so I think we'll put her in immediately since I've seen her. But yeah, I possibly like the sound of this. Because I think if I can get Matahuri first, I can then bring him in, get him upgrading. If I don't get her first, I can still get a high-end card. Not necessarily the best of ideas, but still. Okay, so yes, give an opponent spying. I think I might try and do. I don't have the stuff for that, so we'll just have to craft a normal one. But with a lot of these relying on the idea of spying, seize all spying operatives, that's the one. So yes, the Mage Torture I think would be very useful there. Spawn and play a base copy of a non-disloyal bronze enemy unit. Feels like it'd be worthwhile. At the end of every allied turn, boost self by 1 if there is a locked enemy. I do have lock an enemy unit. Okay, so yes. Yes to the imposter there. Boost an ally by 6. Yes, I think that would be probably beneficial. So you come in as well. 2 of them, good. Damage adjacent units by 3. Oh, hell yes. Absolutely hell yes. In fact, so much hell yes, I'm going to buy a second one of them, so that I've got 2 of them. You, give an enemy unit poison. Ooh, could be good. On round end, shuffle this unit into your opponent's deck. Interesting. I suppose it could possibly serve to sort of bloat the decks out and prevent things, maybe? Not sure. Whenever your opponent plays a unit while Rico is in your hand, set his power equal to that unit's base power. Oh, that could be powerful, but that's expensive. But probably worth it. Let's put you in. Let's put you in there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Cantarella. Play the top card from your opponent's deck. That could be good. Yes. Yes. Go on. Fuck it. Let's have that as well. Right, let's put you, yes, let's put you in, and now let's have a search for spying as a keyword, so we can figure out some of these. Give an enemy unit spying, and devotion. Okay, devotion, trigger this ability if your starting deck has no neutral cards. Now, okay, that's a shame. Matahuri appears to be a neutral card, I think. Also not entirely sure what he is. I mean, it appears to be half and half, maybe. But, oh well. Yeah, so maybe I might need to get rid of Matahuri to really get the most out of that, but I suppose arguably, yeah, I think it's still worthwhile, because it's still worth the ability to just give a spy, and get a spy, as it were. Damage enemy unit by 1, charge 1, whenever an enemy unit gains spying, gain 1 charge. Well, yeah, theoretically, again, as with previous occasions, I feel like I'm going to be getting cards with spying on the enemy field. So probably worth something. A machine, spying. For every spying unit adjacent to it, increase the damage... Oh, I see. Damage an enemy... Oh, yeah, yes. Might as well take the animated version. And then this one. Boost self by 1 for every spying enemy unit. Whenever an enemy unit gains spying, boost self by 1. Yes, I think that's probably worthwhile. Is it worthwhile having 2 of them? I don't know. We'll have to make a decision, I suppose. Right, so at this point, it might be worthwhile sort of... yes, I was wondering whether I... Yes, I do. I want him in there. I definitely want him in there. So that tactic could prove useful. Isabel of Hague. If your opponent's hand is not full, look at the top card from both decks. Keep one and give the other to your opponent. Ooh, I'm sure that's good-ish, but not 100%. Choose an enemy unit, then damage... Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. I've seen many people use that. And I think that's quite good in general. In general terms, that's not bad. So can I... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what the definition of special is. I should have used this last. Oh, well. Right. Nilfgaard exclusives. As I say, I think, yeah. Ah, he's classified as Nilfgaard exclusive. So the only card I think I've got in my deck at the moment that is not Nilfgaard exclusive is, in fact, yes, is Matahuri. So I think we'll just get rid of her and try and just get more loyal. I'm going exclusively after loyalty. Oh, yes, the Rot Tosser. Play a cow carcass. A disloyal token. Poison adjacent units and destroy self. That might be quite good. Might be quite good, although it doesn't necessarily go with what I'm after. Oh, amnesty. Yes, I remember. Yes, I think I do want amnesty. Yes. And loyalty, devotion. Yeah. Have that. That'll be very good. Every allied turn on turn end damages a random enemy unit on the melee row by 1. That's not necessarily going with my agency idea, but it is probably just generally beneficial. Rot Tosser is actually that guy's name. I mean, it might be. He's not. I mean, he's not happy. He's not happy at all. And the sound effects really goes that, doesn't it? Receives a status. Now, how are we defining enemy unit? A status given to a unit. Okay. So, they gave me a shitload of thirsty dames. I wonder if they would be useful to me, because whenever an enemy unit receives a status, that could be beneficial to me. That's right. Yes, it could. Oh, yes. So let's try and remember. Let's keep thirsty dames in the back of our minds. Reveal a random unit from your opponent's deck and boost self, but that could be just generally good. Give an allied unit vitality. Simulate. So yes, that was more if you were able to summon things from your start. Yeah, that's fine. Swap the power of 2 allied units. That's not necessarily that great. Give bleeding to an enemy unit. Conspiracy. Yes. That could be beneficial, I suppose. I mean, it's a fairly standard, nice little card, and
if it's got spying, which I've been applying, yeah, I can... Oops, I don't have any more copies of that card. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay, game. That's okay. Damage enemy unit by 1. Increase the damage by 1 for each adjacent soldier. I'm not really doing a huge amount of soldiers. Damage enemy unit by 2. Increase damage by 1 for each locked unit. Well, I'm at least going to have 1 locked. So maybe it'd be worthwhile having a slave driver. Have a look at some of the other ones. Let's get rid of the owned thing, because I can... oh! Now, that's interesting. That is instead of the tactical advantage. I do have a lot of things based... oh, well, I say that. I have a few things based on locks, don't I? Yes. The Master of Disguise, interestingly enough, of course, is not... oh, destroy an enemy unit with a status. Now we've defined that a status is in fact spying. So... oh, no, that's not him. That's the fellow. Vincent van Moorleham. Oh, that's interesting. Again, conspiracy. So, death blow. Damage an enemy unit by 2. Always trigger death blow ability. So that's intriguing. At the beginning of a round, move this card from the graveyard to the top of its owner's deck. Give it doomed. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So, I got right. Okay, I got you. So if it's a spy, it will trigger this death blow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Another expensive decision. Spying being a status is making me giggle. It is a slightly peculiar one. So right. Okay. Coup de grace. Yes, we'll have a coup de grace. And then, go on, let's have this fella. Oh god, another expensive one. Right, so now we've got enough cards in the deck to run it as an official and legal deck. That's beneficial at least. I'm just having a bit of a butchers at some of these. See if anything's useful to me. Some of these lower end ones. Damage enemy unit by 2. Not necessarily be the worst, because again, with the whole I am unleashing spying on things. Ah, another way to lock units. Do you know what? Do you know what I think I've done again? As seems to be the norm for me, I've stumbled into the whole possibly. I know there is some overlap, but I think we've stumbled a little bit into overlapping territory of 2 different archetypes. But still, okay. Let's have a think of a name. So, I mean. I'm tempted to just call it I Spy. It's made me laugh too much not to now. So, just I Spy. I Spy. That's what I do. I Spy. That's all I do. Everything I do is spying. I Spy. That's it. I Spy. I Spy with my little eye. Something beginning with, let's play the game. Oh, blimey, Meta Shifter. What does that mean? Oh, spend 20,000 scraps. Okay. No. It pains me. It pains me that it is revealed that I have spent that much. But I don't know, I suppose. Oh, Jesus, I've only got 1,635 left. Christ. I don't know how I get more scraps, but fuck me, I'm going to have to just... I can no longer build any more decks, which could be beneficial to people watching, because I imagine just sitting here... I have basically been building decks the entire time, which is not the best of footage. Okie dokie. Now, what do we have? Once again, I fear we're in that situation where I don't have any real significant clue as to what is and isn't beneficial. So I'm just gonna keep the cards. I'm gonna play them, see what happens, hope for the best. Oh, wasn't I? I was tempted to change that out, wasn't I? Shit, I didn't. Oh well. I don't think I've probably not got the funds to do so now. Right, okay. Now it's unfortunate I'm having to go first. Right, it's not worth playing that. It's not hugely worth playing that at the moment. No. 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 That's an order, so that's not too bad. No. 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 Okay, that's not the worst either, but I think what we'll do is we'll bring out Mr. Order Boy. Simply because Mr. Order Boy is not going to be wasted. A lot of these have deploys that damage and do things, and if you do that, it's not, you know, it's not going to be that useful. Oh, that's possibly good news, because I'm fairly certain that red ring means the opponent is investigating that card, which means he doesn't know what it does. So we're on even footing. I don't know what it does either, mate. All I do know is, weirdly, yeah, the whole overlay seems to have just fucked off over that side. Usually, I swear, usually these face plates are meant to be slightly closer in. Okay, so you've deployed bleeding. Well, what I'm thinking that I'll do. Yeah, I think my best bet is what we'll do is we'll deploy you.
Do I enjoy torture?
To give you spying.
A bit.
So you are now a spy. Oh, I'd meant to do that first, but luckily that doesn't make a difference. I can just use the 2 charges. Although I don't. I'll save 1 charge. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. No, wasn't that? That was always the Xbox, wasn't it? The red ring of death. Oh, that's interesting. I think he might have had to find out what spying means. Oh, so that spying should naturally work on the disloyals. Oh fuck! He just destroyed my card. What a dick! What a dick! What an utter dick! All right, I should have used that ability twice then. Fuck it. Right. So okay. So theoretically, she's going to be spying, right? Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, right. So I do choose. Aha. Okay. And yes. So yes, the disloyal will work well in this because disloyalty is classified as spying, which entirely makes sense. I'm not going to lie. Absolutely makes perfect sense. Just I wasn't convinced because it didn't specify it on the card as such. It was in the sort of little explanation of the sub category, so I wasn't 100% sure. But yes, that should work out reasonably well. See, this one's accidentally looks like it might actually not be bad. Which, I mean, it's not the best way of playing games, but sometimes it's the only thing you've got. Okay, so you're gonna destroy the spy, which is inconvenient because I could have done with that fucking spy. Right, so destroy an enemy unit with a status. That's a status. Vitality is a status. Oh yeah, you think your vampires are good? My vampire is an aristocrat. So why don't you jog the fuck on, Sonny Jimbo? I think I'll upgrade that bat. That's it. Because now I've got a nice spread of values that's not only got me quite high on the points, but also they're all immune to a Geralting. And we always want to make sure we're immune to a Geralting. Unless we have seen a Geralting, in which case it doesn't matter whether we start boosting our power levels immensely. Oh, he's passed! Why, thank you. I will take that win and I will sup a little drink
I am a thirsty dame, so I'm going to be supping on my drinky. That's the ticket. Awesome. That card is fantastic. So we definitely want that one. Choosing an enemy unit, then that's a good one. That is a good one. The Mangonel. Mangonel, I think, is going to be slightly difficult, but I mean, arguably. No, that's going to be slightly difficult. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll take those. I'll take all of those. That's fine. Except for the fact that I have to decide a card to start on. That's a deploy, so no. That's seizing, no. I suppose arguably... no, it's not the most optimal. Oh, that's not bad. That's possibly not going to get much better. Disloyal for that, not going to be great. Disloyal for that might end up being okay. It's up to you too. Deathly Apostle 11. The 11th of the Deathly Apostles. Yeah, Rico. It's Rico time. I don't know if that was a good choice, but I don't know. Felt like the best choice I had at the time, and I was running out of time, so I panicked. And once again, it feels like he doesn't know what Rico Meyersdorf does. If you're interested, theoretically at least, I don't know if it works, and the sizing might be off, so you might have to sort of... Oh! Bastard. Arsehole. That's what I've got to say to you. Now I've got to decide what the fuck I want to do. What do I want to do, sir? What do I want to do? I don't know. I think the best bet is probably Cantarella. So that's just damage an enemy unit. So I can just do that and choose a unit. So if we just place you on the front row, that should suffice. That gets me a spy. And, I need to know what's in the graveyards. I don't know what's in the graveyards. This is the worst possible fucking card to have gained from this. From your opponent's graveyard. Monsters, usually quite high. Yeah, we'll go with it. I think there's a... Yes, there we go. I thought there was a 5. Was it a mistake? Even Stevens. Didn't make a difference. Okay, that's fine. Absolutely fine with it not making any difference whatsoever, but nevertheless. Anyway, technically, I was going to explain... I mean, Osrail's good. I don't know whether it would be classified as the best. Especially, it depends on precisely... I've not really defined what sort of thing he's perhaps doing, but... I mean, it's a good card to have stolen. It's the worst for me, because I had to make a quick decision and wasn't able to assess the graveyards, but... Yeah. Bruxa. So, there's a lot of vampires on the field, so I think there's probably... To a certain extent, it's probably vampires he's running. Unfortunately, he didn't put it where I needed it to go. So I could go all in on that one guy that I've got there. Seize an enemy unit with 3 or power or less. That's... Oh, yes. Conspiracy requires spying, doesn't it? Right, so... I mean, I suppose, yes, that could work. That could work. Yes, okay, that could work as a not unreasonable strategy. So we'll get a spy up there. Depending on what he does next. That's my strategy. It may very well be a case of if he puts something next to one of these, it'd be worthwhile using the Mangonel. If he doesn't put anything next to them, it could end up being worthwhile using the Amnesty. So just to point out, Mr. Apostle, just in case you're wondering, I have barely any clue what my deck does, because I have only just built it, and I am no expert in this game. So that could be something to note in the back of your brain when you suddenly go, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You're fucking insane. Oh shit, that's now got a power of fucking 4. Shite. Shitey, numb nuts, shitey, numb nuts, bollocks all the way. Bollocks all the way, bollocks all the way. Oh, seeing the cards I'm in... Oh, fair dose. That's slightly insulting, but not inaccurate. Yes, Mangonel.
Oh, what, the of Rivia title? Yes. That is true. Right, so theoretically that... Ooh, that was more potent than I was expecting. Oh, damage by 2, that's why. I misread the card. But I have got some other titles, but I like the of Rivia. I don't know, I can't honestly say I would necessarily change the of Rivia. Even if I do get some kind of major fanciful title. I like the of Rivia, and it's an enjoyable one. Oh, he's ended up with Veil. That's interesting. He doesn't usually have Veil. Not entirely sure how he ended up with Veil. Oh, he's bleeding out with Doodah. Oh, that was that one. Yes. Oh, okay, so we could wind up doing that. Ah, now that could be... I think I might wait for that one just a little bit. Could be worthwhile. Yes, okay, we'll do that and possibly save the mangonel. Might work. Ah, you're taking your break from your own Gwenting. That's fair enough. Are you a hardcore champ of the Gwentings or a mid-level fella of playings? Dominance you do have. That is an inconvenience. So you are going to be able to do that. Although, having said that, apparently none of them turned up. So that's inconvenient for you. Treason I still sort of want to save a little bit. 3 power or less. So I don't have any... I could just seize one of my own characters, I suppose, but I don't think... I don't think that's necessarily going to be beneficial. So I'm wondering if... I've got 3 spies on there at the moment. I'm thinking maybe just have some extra points and have some boostings there. At some point I'll probably want to do that, but... Ooh! Yes! Unless Veil stops that. No. It stopped the lock, but it didn't stop me just taking 11 points of spear tip. As it were. That's not necessarily what you want, is it? You don't want 11 points worth of spear tip right up you. Ooh. Remind me what that does. Oh yes, order bleeding nastiness, bleeding nuisance. Okay, there we go. Right. I suppose now they're adjacent, might be worthwhile. Yes. Where would be the most efficient use of that? I think probably on spear tip, because it'll wipe out the Ekimara and the vampire next to it. So I think that was probably the better option. It is a lot of points to end up with a spear tip on, yes. More bleeding. Who are you going to go after bleeding wise? Oh, well, that's interesting. Where did that... Oh, I see. The order came through as well. Alright. Season enemy unit with 3 or less. I would like to be able to get the conspiracy going, but I don't think I'll be able to. I think I'm going to have to... I'm going to push to all cards, I think. It's not guaranteed to be a good idea, but... I suppose at this point I think it's probably going to be beneficial just to seize something. Deploy... That's got the order, so I think seizing the Necrorat is going to be the superior option. A lot of bleed suddenly coming out, but I lost him a few points. He should have Oriana, should he? Okay. He's certainly got a Proto letter. I see. Once again, feeling a little bit of the insult coming through from the way you've worded that. So, you know, maybe just tone it down a little bit on the noobs and trash talk. just a touch. As I say, I think I will go all in, and I think having some extra bleeding on his side of the field wouldn't go amiss, so we'll do that. And then, oh, I can do some extra bleeding there. That's the one. I mean, it may not be an intentional insult, but there are still negative connotations to the phrasing noob and trash. As I say, just, you know, I'm not saying you have to completely adjust your wording 100%, but, you know, there are negative connotations to certain wordings. I did win, though, so I'm happy with that. GG! Oh, did I actually rank up? I don't know. Plus, Sly Like the Fox has gone up through the roof because I've exclusively been using agents. And marvellous, I did get further on the season of the Draconid. Spectacular news. I very much appreciate that. And I always enjoy opening kegs. The spores reset the power of a unit. Interesting. Dimilitium bomb. Dolblathana bomber. And ointment. We've already got some ointment. Ooh, what have we got? So the Master of Disguise is another agent and might be useful, but I've already got one. Whereas the Drummond Shield Maiden, we don't own one of them at all. The Hawker Smuggler, fuck off. I've already got 2 of you. When this unit is damaged, summon all copies of it from your deck to this row. I might take the opportunity to grab another one of him for now. For decks you're cobbling together and not really understanding. Yeah, I mean, last week was particularly satisfying. Building the Death Wish deck and it sort of just working immediately and incredibly well was very, very satisfying. I can't deny. So Werewolves, Forked Owls, Farseer, Impera Fortress. Or, was it Fortress? I don't know. Yeah, it might have been. Can't remember if that's Fringilla or Fringilla. They say it in the game, but I can't remember. Anyway, Human Mage, so I've not owned any of these. Heime Flaminica. At the end of a turn, heal all other units. Not the worst. Shuffle a bronze unit and all copies of it from your graveyard into your deck. Again, not terrible. Damage an enemy unit by 2 and increase the number of targets by 1 for each adjacent mage. Ah. Interesting. I mean, I can certainly see how... I suppose that gets you more for next rounds, doesn't it? Although, I suppose, yeah, I suppose if you can summon it... yeah, I can see the benefit, but I must admit, I'm going to do my own thing, because I was leaning towards Miss Fringilla, Miss Vigo, because I like the idea of just being able to damage and then possibly just build a whole dedicated mage deck in some fashion. Right, let's have a look-ski, because I've achieved a thing, haven't I? How far are we on? Oh yeah, seasonal mode I haven't even touched because it's a little too quick for my brain. My brain don't work that speedy. What else? Oh yes, I want to spend some keys since I've just broken free of the challenge there. So yeah, broken free of one challenge to go straight into another challenge. Complete 3 daily quests. Well, that's going to be troublesome to do. So yeah, we've kind of hit another stalling block on the just noises now, isn't it? It's just noises. Ah, yes, it is. I think we hit a stalling block there as well, didn't we? Yes, that's the 6 rounds. So yeah, unless I can do the 6 rounds in the fancy speed mode, I'm not getting any further there. I could go back to concentrating on them, but I want to focus on these new seasonal doodads. I think ultimately, yeah, 3 daily quests. So I suppose at this point, probably just continue with my spying deck and see what happens, really. Where is my worthy rival? Where are you now? Nobody. Ah, this should prove interesting. Yes, yes it should. Should prove very interesting. Could always open some kegs. I don't think I've got any more. I think I can buy some more kegs, but nonetheless, I don't think I had any available. But then again, I wasn't paying sufficient attention to the top one. I'll probably. My plan is to save the 1200 ore next time I want to build a specific factions deck and then buy some more. So that's, yes, that's beneficial for later on. Not terrible. I don't think I necessarily need 2 of them, and that's a good one to have found a replacement for. They'll do. We'll just figure it out on the way. Figure it out in the way. So who's probably the best bet first out? Probably not you. No, not you. Not really you. That's not the best of ones. That's not a good one. Oh dear. I think I should have chosen better cards. Okay, that's not. Okay, that's not the worst choice. So if we bring him out and then try and lock something down, that should hopefully allow me to sort of get towards something. Get something going. Madoop. Going against a man called Madoop. Who's Madoop? Nobody knows. The Vrihed Saboteur. Boost an elf in your hand by 2. Okay, not terrible. Now, if I want to get the most out of him, I really need to lock something down immediately. But, I mean, that's quite good, the fact that I can potentially rejigger my ability. Okay, yeah. I think maybe what we'll do... Yeah, right, we'll do that. That gets the lock. That gets the lock, that gets me some extra points there, that gets me some things there. I don't want to kill it, because otherwise I lose the lock. I'll tell you what, we'll summon him, get the ability. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, melee, of course. Read the bloody card. That's right, read the bloody card. Way right now, he's off. The Master of Disguise is off. Hopefully he'll continue. Damage enemy unit by 5? No, he won't. You know. Okay. Oh, although having said that, no, it was just the prevent. Oh, and moving things. Yep. Okay. Fine. Did he need to be on the rear row? No, he didn't particularly. He's just now susceptible to potentially being killed there now. I could boost an enemy agent by 3. That might not go amiss. Yeah. It'll keep him alive, preventing him from guerrilla tacticking me again. I think you can just do it again. Yeah. You could have just done it again and got rid of him, and that would have solved his problem of having him getting out of control with his points rising up. Rising up like the challenge of our rivals. Dooby-doop. What are you going to do, sir? A Hawker Smuggler for every allied turn on. Turn end, boost a random unit in your hand by 1. That's something I would probably be beneficial getting rid of, but I don't necessarily think I've got... Oh, I suppose technically I've got this disloyal one, which could... But then, no, I don't want to destroy the locked unit. That's the key thing. I can't remember what Echo did. At the beginning of the round, move this card from the graveyard. Oh, yes, now I remember that. Death Blow, Conspiracy, always trigger the Conspiracy. Yes, okay, so... If I spy this,
Perhaps.
theoretically next turn... Not sure how you'd use this damage. Oh, it's a tactic, so you just do it. Yeah, I thought it was a unit card, that's why. Oh, shit. No, that's fine. That is the end of my turn. I just didn't click the button. You panicked me for a moment, game. You panicked me for a moment. Me dupe is thinking, what's he thinking about? He's probably thinking how to win this bout. Damage enemy unit by 2 or damage 2 units by 1. He's going to go straight for a double whammy there, yes. Oh, he's just gone straight in for a kill shot there. Okay, that's fair. Not necessarily what I want, but fair. So yeah, I think we'll coup de grace the spy, right? Triggering the death blow, which allows me to get it. So yes, I'll have the same ability as you, please, thank you. I rather enjoyed that. Surprisingly far ahead, and I'm wondering if it would be worthwhile passing in the not too distant future. Although that would, if I don't play a card next turn, it would waste the tactical advantage, which I think would perhaps be unwise. So, I want to do... Nope, okay, well that's dead now, fine. He did not want me having that. I'm wondering if it would be worthwhile... Yeah, I might do that boost, although I'm setting myself up for a Geralting, but nonetheless, we'll do a double boost, and then next turn I think I will pass, because it's either going to burn cards or get me the win. Oh, it's going to get me the win, because he passed. He didn't fancy continuing pushing any further, which is probably wise. Keeping the cards is sometimes the best strategy of all time, but he might have been tempted to push forward, but we'll see. Nice, so we've got another coup de grace. That's not bad. Oh, I suppose, yeah, that coup de grace, I suppose, maybe based on its ability. Usurper General. Okay, cool. Not sure how useful that's going to be to me. Yeah, I'm satisfied with those cards. Again, it comes down to the fact that I don't really know the deck that well, so it's difficult to know which elements are the best for bringing down. I don't know. Ideally, I just want to win this round, so the idea of having him upgrade... Yeah. I think it's going to probably have to be Rico, because it's the only one that's not... Unless I do just want to use the Usurper General, which I might do. Although I wanted to set up some spying operatives first. So let's just get Rico on the field to use that turn. Now hopefully... let's see. I don't know what the next best tactic is. Probably not using a tactic, but we'll see. Oh, that's an order. That's an order. Could have left it. Oh well. Spawn an operative in each enemy row. Ah, yes, there's that as well. Yeah, okay, that's... yeah. So faint. Oh, he's using one of those scenarios. How fascinating. Yeah, I suppose now I need to figure out possibly how to get rid of it. Well, I don't think I can. Yeah, I think maybe if I summon him. Yeah, we'll summon the Usurper General. So I've now got 2 of them, but I can probably do better in terms of some spies. Plus I would want to use him perhaps before seizing the spies, although now that's concerning. Oh, now. I don't really want to destroy them. No, that's difficult. No. This is very difficult. Okay. I suppose technically I wouldn't... I'd get a copy of it. I suppose that would be... No, it still doesn't feel like it'd be a good idea. Well, I suppose the... yeah, okay. If I do that...
Behind you. Oh, come on.
Oh, shit, you know. Okay. Okay, right. Yeah, okay. That's... Yeah, that's understandable, I get. Got a bit of a pasting. It could have been worse, though, because, yeah, it's only a 4-coster, so not the worst of scenarios. Alright, I think the best bet is going to possibly be to try and bring in the seditious aristocrats, and then perhaps try and use the usurper's ability, although...
Well,
at this point, the Usurper's ability might need to be done immediately, because otherwise he might die. Do I take that risk? I may end up regretting that. I think it's going to be worth it. That's nothing specific to range, so I'll put another melee row. Oh, I can... Yeah, of course, I can summon him and still use the fucking thing. Marvellous. Right, well, that's turned it slightly in my favour, but I'm not 100% convinced I'm feeling this one, because that's... Yeah, that, of course, is cropping up in the not-too-distant future. Oh, I see. It is literally just the spying operatives. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Oh dear. How well do we think we can beat this down? Because treason could work well to get rid of a substantial amount of his points. Yeah, okay, let's treason that out. Oh yeah, of course, it's only the two sides. Nah. Still not an unreasonable amount of points removed, but probably not enough. That was probably... Oh, shit. Is that literally the opponent, or is that mine gone? Well, I suppose I'll know if the whole internet dies on its arse. But yes, that's oddly disappointing. A genuine connection lost, or a loss, or a rage quit. I mean, in fairness, I don't think it was looking that bad for the fella to have rage quit, so... And I suppose there's every possibility it's my connection. Although the stream still seems to be a lot on. As far as I can tell, the stream is on. Yeah, it's looking suspiciously on, so yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, no, I win, because he left. Or, you know, as I say, genuine sort of disconnect, potentially, because that game really didn't feel like it was so against... Ah, yes, sly like the fox. Now I'd have to figure out some kind of alchemy deck to carry on my wayward... whatever his name is. Vesemir. Claim rewards from the contract Draconid Novice. Yes. Win 10 standard matches during the season of the Draconid. Lovely. 2 wins and a draw. Well, at some point, if we start losing, it'll be a 2 wins, lose and a draw. Right, what we got? So, yeah, complete. I suppose at the end of the day, what we need to do is try and get another win as the Nilfgaards. And that way we'll get a little bit further on the Draconid. I don't know, we might... Depends on how long this game is, we might move on to a different game at some point in the not too distant future. Shoop! But I can't deny, I'm quite liking the agents. About as much, in fairness, as I enjoyed the Death Wish deck I built last week. Sometimes these things just end up going quite nicely. And they're just like, ooh, this is fun. This is a fun little one. So that's giving units... So devotion should... Yes, devotion should technically... Because I literally built nothing but them. So that should work. Yeah, I'll keep the cards. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I never attract professional players, I suppose, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and so it's probably tedious watching the mistakes of the young child of the game. Boost the unit in your hand by 8. Golly, that's, yeah. I do like the sort of tree creature. Not sure if they do call them Trents or if that's something else entirely or not, what have you, but still. Right, so you get the tactical advantage. You've got a lot of them. Okay, that's not a huge problem. So, yeah, I probably want to save that one a bit later. That's probably not hugely worth it. Giving it spy might end up being worthwhile immediately, but not necessarily. Boosting ally by 6. We don't have an ally on the field. That's an order. Yes. Yes, okay. That's probably worthwhile. I think this one's probably the best choice at the beginning here. So damage an enemy unit by 1, charge of 1. Whenever an enemy unit gains spine, gain 1 charge. So theoretically, I can start getting lots of those and start damaging things. Oh, of course, consume adjacent units, spawn drones in its place. Okay, it's not the most convenient thing you've done, sir, but I can see why you would do it. So we can... Now at this point, I suppose technically, this dude, I could give 3 enemy units spying. Possibly steal something. Or I could just plink away his monsters now. Well, I suppose maybe... that could be beneficial. Yeah, go on, we'll do that first.
No one can hide.
What have we got? The Kikimore Worker. Whenever you play an insectoid, exposed. I don't know what exposed means, which is slightly problematic. But yes, I suppose we'll put it on the front row. What is exposed? Trigger this ability whenever the unit loses its armour. Oh, I see. So once it's lost its armour, that's basically it. Do I want to destroy some things? No, not specifically. Let's end the turn. I'm trying to build a menagerie of spies on the enemy team. Oh, he's gone straight in with that. That's fair. Yeah, he's very much gone in there for that, hasn't he? So yeah, it's a base copy, so I want something that ideally that's quite powerful. That wouldn't... Well, that's an interesting idea, actually. Can't guarantee that's a bad idea. Can't guarantee it's a good idea. I could just steal that Death Wish. And I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to steal that Death Wish, and there's nothing you can do about it. I suppose it's spying because it came over to my side of the row. Now that's intriguing. That woman who gets benefits from spying, is that exclusively spying creatures on their side, or does it include spying creatures on my side? The Solano Harpy. Just eat a little fella there. Still difficult to say precisely what I want to try and do here. Damaging them by 3. He split them up reasonably well. Oh, now that's interesting. Oh, that's a base copy again, so not necessarily the best, although might not necessarily be the worst either. Yeah, they're too far apart to really do anything like that. I suppose that could be beneficial, because yeah, if I damage the Harpy... Oh, I'd need it to be spied first, wouldn't I? Wait, yes, I know. Okay, that gets me a lot of points, and I am devoted, I think, potentially. Yes, so bam and bam, all 3 of them spying now. You're spying tonight. I need to start damaging shit. But what we'll try and do first is the coup de grace. What's your base here? 4. So the best one is probably the Solano. Good old Solano Harpy. And the Red Riders. Spawn Frost or Spawn Frost on both for 2. Okay. Remind me, game, what does Frost do? Damage the highest power unit in this row by 2. Okay, that's not the best of news, but it's also not necessarily the worst. Right, let's damage you with a pair and get me a Solano Harpy. So it's probably best to put it on the front row, because then it... Well, oh, shit. Oh, consume an allied unit. Yeah, that's not the worst idea. Potentially not the best idea, but it's not the worst idea. Right, let's start killing some things. In fact, let's try killing the Solano Harpy. Although, having said that, it's a spy, isn't it? I haven't got that woman, though, so I think we can get away with destroying it. We'll save a charge up, that. We'll save a charge up. Oh, he's passed. Well, okay, that's fine. Let me take the win. Thank you. I do very much appreciate it, sir. I do enjoy winning, so... It's very nice. It's the
very good feeling. A little boost to the ego, a little boost to the self-esteem. Ooh, I win. Oh, how delightful. Right, 2 of you might be one of you too many. One of you is probably beneficial. Coup de grace, yes. Master of disguise, very much so. Spying, 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 spying. Spying tonight. What to play first, though, I suppose? I suppose the best... no, he might just straight up destroy it, I suppose. That's not going to be useful at the moment. I wonder if my general... Might be a case of my general's the best option. Yeah, go on, we'll stick the general down.
What is this ridiculous law?
Now, I suppose it's beneficial if I've got the boost woman, but I don't have the boost woman. So I must admit, at this point, let's just grab them back, because there's no, I can't see a scenario where I end up drawing the boost woman. So having them on the other field would have been beneficial, because he wouldn't have been able to chew one with his wolf. Or the Apiarian Phantom. Quite as... When looking closely, it's not as wolf-like as I thought it was. So, oh, it's my turn again. Okay. So Veil, you can't... Yeah, other statuses. That's an annoyance. But not 100% terrible. I mean, that would certainly... No, it wouldn't work. I can't lock it. Well, no, I can't lock it. Bugger. I suppose, yeah, okay, well, disloyal and boost one of my operatives up. And he is now in inconvenient Geralting territory. Oh, I see, this is the one, yes, I remember seeing that one. If the order is not used, you start boosting. Okay, that's troublesome. At the end of the turn, this unit is not the unit with the highest power on the battlefield, boosted by 2. Okay, whoa, okay, those two are going to get out of control quite swiftly if I can't do a solution of some kind. So, if I use you to spy you,
Perhaps a bit.
and then I suppose... Tell you what I could do... no, I might wait for the locking strategy. In fact, I might try and save the lock strategy until next round, but then again, that's me assuming I'm going to lose this round, which is not a guarantee, but it's also not necessarily a... Not a guarantee. Not a guarantee. So what other options do we really have here? I suppose actually, if I lock the harpy. Wait, why did I want to spy him? Because I wanted to. That was it. Although it's going to rise up, I suppose. But nonetheless, if I do that, that'll get me one of these. Yes. That's it, and that'll start boosting on my side of the field. That's why I wanted it. That's why I wanted that dog thing spying, because it gets me the bonus. I probably should have locked the harpy egg after all. I should have probably known there was a fucking Solano harpy lurking somewhere. Now then, okay, so what's the base of that? The base is 5, so that might not necessarily be the worst of choices. Yeah, okay, if we go like that, and I'll just snatch...
Everyone has their secrets.
Yeah, I'll snatch the... Oh, except it has to consume something. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll just consume that little dude. That's fine. That's not necessarily the best of choices after all, but it's not the worst of occurrences. Right, okay, so both of our dogs should end up capping out at 10, I believe, in a moment. Oh, he's boosted a unit in the hand by 8. Okay, this might... we'll have to wait and see what happens here, because this could be problematic. Okay, he's got the Necker strategy.
How dare you, sir? Oh, I should have locked that ages ago, shouldn't I? Perhaps that might have been hugely beneficial if I'd locked that. Fuck yeah. I suppose it's not necessarily too late to lock it down. Not necessarily the best of ideas, but it's not necessarily the worst either. Damage him by 3. Tell you what, yes. If I damage those 2 by 3... Oh shit, no, because she's still in the middle. Fuck it. That's not quite what I meant to do. Not quite what I wanted to do. I've kind of wasted the lock strategy. Yeah, I think I might be better off letting him have it. Try and come back stronger in the next round. Unless, of course, he passes, in which case I win, but you wouldn't, would you? Because otherwise it's just giving up. Which I mean, you know, he may very well decide he wants to give up, but one would loosely assume he does not. Oberon Invader. Create and play a Wild Hunt unit. I see. Okay, well that's... yeah, I think I might... I think it's going to be worthwhile just giving it... Yeah, giving it, try and come back stronger with the lock strategy next time. Your only task, sir, is pass. You have the round. Or you want to play the Thunderbolt. I mean, thank you for playing the Thunderbolt, but unless there is a drastic stratagem that I don't understand, he's just wasted the Thunderbolt potion. Because he had the victory. If he just passed, he had the round won. I've given him the round. Stop playing cards. Stop playing cards. I'm telling you this out of love, sir. Stop playing the cards. I mean, it's absolutely delightful. Yes, you've got 75 points. You absolutely fucking creamed me. But you now have no cards. And you wasted 2 what looked like quite powerful cards. Which is not a good strategy. Okay, that I think is going to be beneficial. Treason is proving troublesome to get off, as it were. I don't necessarily... do you know what? I think I'll try... Oh, okay. We're stuck with a mangonel. Right, okay, there we go. Oh, we've got a sort of mixed bag strategy here, really. That was not your best choice of card to play. I think I will shall we go with the locking strategy? Yes. I'm going to go with the lock strategy now. So locked, cloned, and disguised agent being boosted. Marvellous. So with 2 cards left, I can't see him winning. Because I mean, I've just got... Oh, I suppose he's variable, which could prove troublesome. Maybe he's going to suddenly lose a lot of his points, but we'll see. I mean, if you play an old spear tip, that would be hugely beneficial for me, mate. Hugely beneficial. A Catagan. Okay. I mean, that is quite beneficial for me. It's negative, but also beneficial. So I think at this point... Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be Rico. I don't think Rico's going to be any better now. I mean, I suppose maybe he's suddenly going to draw the spear tip, in which case I'm going to go, well, shit, I should have saved Rico for later, but... no, it is the Morn Tart. Ooh, okay. Except, of course, you can't actually use the order because it was the last card you played. So, that's the thing for you. Plus... I don't really want to deal with it just in case, so fuck it. Now see, me, I can play my cards. It's the last round. It means I win. And winning makes me happy. Thank you.
Win 3 matches. Oh, I've another achievement unlocked. Isn't that delightful? Win a round and game after losing by 20... Oh, 20 points. Yeah, because he decided to play all of those cards in a terribly stupid fashion. He says like he knows what he's talking about. Well, you know, I may not know much, but there are some things in this game I do know, and in fairness, in any card game, there are some things I know, and those things are, you want to keep the cards, and don't fucking spend them willy-nilly with no purpose. This deck is definitely not terrible. This deck is definitely not terrible. The Nilfgaardian Knight Avatar. But as our friend Deathly Apostle pointed out, we're not exactly going against the world's most fanciful players. But that's because I'm not the world's most fanciful player myself. So, but yeah, I Spy worked quite nicely. I think I might go out on a high with Gwent, and we'll leave Gwent there for this week. What shall I do instead of that? I don't know. Let's see. I suppose I could do some more of that. I was tempted to do more of that, but I am also slightly tempted to go back to that one because that was quite fun. I'll tell you what, seeing as you're here, Mr. Phoenix, I'll throw it out to you. Would you like to see some trains, or would you like to see some... I'm trying to think of a clue that's not necessarily giving it away. Wait for it. A clue will present itself. A clue will definitely present itself. Trains or mushrooms? I still think that clue is too obvious, but trains or mushrooms? None of that sass, thank you very much. Don't forget, I hold complete power here. I can ban you in an instant. Be banished. Zap. But yes, trains or mushrooms, what do you fancy seeing? Do you want to see some trains? Do you like trains? I like trains. That's it. That's it. Use your words on your keyboard. I believe in you. You want to see mushrooms. Okie dokie. And this means we want to go into this one. Oh, shit. Okay. I see. I see. Are you going to suddenly drop down very quickly? The unfortunate thing is mushrooms apparently require an update, which I was unaware of, unfortunately. But it does seem to be doing it reasonably quickly. I mean, it's dropped from 5 minutes to 1 minute 50 in a few seconds, and it is still dropping quite substantially, so I think it's going to be ready in a little bit quicker than expected. So we'll just give it. I'll give it a bit of time because I think I think it is. I think it is doing it. But yes, that's a touch unfortunate. I hadn't checked in prior to randomly deciding I might try this one. But oh well. As I say, no, it's not slowing down as much as I would like it to. Blimey, some of the names here. Most of them I suspect are bots. Although having said that, that one might just be a oddity. Hello, hot local mum. Lurks, I'm fairly certain, is a bot. Commander Root is a bot, and another Titty View is a bot. A10? A10 looks possibly like a real person. Wrecked Gamer. Again, you look like a real person. Difficult to know if you're a dickhead. It's a good first impression, is it? It's difficult. It's difficult to know if you're a dickhead, but you may at least be a real person. Oh, it's Oni Bushu and his little alien friend. Oh no, it's me shoes. Aliens have stolen me bush shoes. I suppose it's probably lucky you got the Oni Bush duo for the Christmas one. If we'd gone down the route of
shoes made from bushes would have been a very different boss battle. Oh, ooh. Suddenly shot to 3 minutes. No, I think it's ready to launch. Good afternoon, Mr. Onibushu. Yes, good afternoon to you indeed. We are about to face off and deal with some mushrooms. We are popping down to the Mushroom Kingdom, where we're going to have ourselves a real good time. Assuming it's going to load. I think we had this trouble last time. It was very much a sort of, is it? Are you doing? Is it doing? Doings? Not doings. Doings? Not doings. We've got a fancy cursor, so that's something. It's not immediately picked up on the stream, but we'll see. We'll see if it manages to in a moment or two. Sometimes it does delay. I don't know precisely why, but sometimes it delays. You do like a fancy cursor, and this is a fancy cursor. It's a very fancy cursor. As I say, not sure precise. Oh, there we go. It has now caught it. No real significant clues until I do this next part. Oops. So I'll tell you what. Before it loads and before I push enter on the chat, let's see. Do you have any guesses as to what mushrooms could entail? I think, for you personally, I think it's going to be very easy to guess what that means. Oh, he's not sure, is he? He's not sure. He doesn't know. That is true. It's by Steel Sky. You're going to have to hurry up with your guess. Victoria State. Film Victoria. It's officially licensed by Warhammer. It's Warhammer Underworlds Online. Push the enter button. That should change it nicely. Warhammer Online. New warband. The Eyes of the Nine. That's in German. That's just the Eyes of the No. Right, and because I'm going to be the old Iron Skull boys, mushrooms, because they are orcs. At least I'm assuming. Can I actually... I've been trying to figure out these sort of... this customization thing. I don't seem to actually be able to... Yes, I'd like... I think you can only ever purchase like specific skins. I don't think you can actually build your own colour scheme, which is a bit of a shame. Because I would love to build... Yeah, not only would I love to build my rats colour scheme in here, the old Spike Claws, I'd love to be able to build my Teenage Mutant Ninja Skaven colour scheme in this. But I'd also love to sort of... I haven't actually finished painting these guys, but I have got these guys as well. In fact, I've got every single one of these factions here. Plus a lot of the other factions as well. In real life, that is. Cook serve delicious, scrub pump shrooms, the usual guests. That's a very good game. No, I think we'll stick to a bot match for now, because hopefully that'll be slightly quicker. Right, Iron Skull's boys are off the table. So are the Fast Riders for now. But I'll throw it out to you. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just do random, because I need to try and sort of be slightly quicker. Oh, we're seeing the Eyes of the Nine. I wonder if that's biased, because that's the latest faction you could buy. Cataphragm's Reliquary. Oh, you've selected the Shattered Tower, so let's have something different. Let's have... I mean, you know for a fact there's going to be a tactical reason to choose a map, and I just don't know. You know, I just don't know what that tactical reason is going to be. So, okay. Interesting. Wait, okay, yes. Now. Ah, I see, right. And I can rotate it like... No, okay. Could have sworn you can... Yeah. I don't know, let's have a little sort of... I suppose, no, being orcs, I kind of want... I don't necessarily want a bottleneck, I want an open field to just sort of... down on. Your board, their board, place an objective tile. Oh, that's interesting. This is not how they did objective tiles last time. I think they've changed it. So, I think, yeah. Objective tile in my area is not terrible. Another one. Oh, sorry, right, yes, confirm that. But yeah, we'll place them in the back corners of my area, because that will allow me to screw their abilities. Plus, we only did 2 objectives. That's weird and unexpected. Right, so biggest and the best. If your leader took out a fighter, hold objective 1 and objective 4. Well, let's try and figure out where they are. Oh yes, we had this problem last time. I don't think there's a way of rotating the bloody camera. General controls. Is there any way? Scroll wheel. Yeah, that's fine. I need actual controls going. I need actual controls, please. Graphics. Render quality. I wonder if we can pop it up. Well, we'll try popping up to medium. Just have a bit fancier. Although it might kick up a fuss. I think it's already kicking up a fuss, but that should be reasonably fine. Right, close that, and now... Right, okay, so discard. Right, I need to figure out where the fuck objective 1 and 2 are. Which objective is that? That's 4 and 1. Okay, so... Oh! Shit! Haha! How very convenient. 4 and 1 are literally the 2 in my area. Cool. So, yes, I am fine just keeping those. I don't know. Again, I don't know how the fuck you play this game efficiently. I roughly know the rules, but, you know... Other than that, it's mostly just, oh, have a go. I am a have a go hero. Now, spawn points, I suppose. Oh no, right, hang on. Oh yes, select the player to place the right. Right, here we go. Here we go. What doesn't help is I don't 100% know this interface either. So it's kind of like, as much as I know the game, I don't necessarily 100% know the way things are. So I could do with my leader wiping out something on their team, so he might be beneficial to put up somewhere up the front there, and then we might have what I wish they'd show me, and they don't seem to. Yeah, I can't seem to find, unless you can. No, that's the zoom button. There's no obvious sign of their weapon stats here, which is awkward, because I wouldn't mind having the strongest weapons at the front, but I must admit, without that information to hand, or at least not that I can see, I definitely can't see it. I'm going to put Hacker up the front because I think he's kind of cool because he's got a sword and an axe, whereas Bone Cutter will put down the back so that I can claim the objective, and Basher the other side. So once again, we can claim the objective. Round 1. Round 1. I believe it's my activation go. Oh no. Select to player who goes first. Activation. Activation 1. It is my activation. Right. So I think at this point, I want to take Bone Cutter. Well, let's investigate the area here. So Trosh. It's actually surprisingly weak, so I'm wondering slightly. Navia's slightly weak as well. I'm wondering, I could. It's risky, but Orcs, whoa, charge into battle immediately. I'm gonna try and slice and dice you. Was I actually looking for hammers? I missed it. Oh, fuck yes. Biggest and the best. That's what we are. We are the biggest and the best. Having a good time. Don't stop me now. I think the ones that are bouncing are ones you can use, so all of them I can use, actually. Don't really need that at the moment. Scrag'em. Each friendly fighter that supports the first attack action in the next activation is considered to be 2 supporting fighters. Fine. Shardfall. Place a Shardfall token in an unoccupied hex. That hex is blocked until the next phase. So I could try and possibly prevent anybody attacking him now. Hard Ed. When this fighter suffers damage, reduce that damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. In fact, I could probably do that. Hacker. Now, Hacker is that one. Yes, okay. Hacker's right at the front line. So, do you know what? I am going to put Hard Ed. Oh, hang on. No. Yes, I remember now. What you do is you drag it to the field, then it asks what you want to equip it on, and then I do that. Oh, so it is only 1 power. Fair enough. Okay, so I thought I could do the upgrade and the power. Oh well, never mind. I think they've got a ranged attack. So that might be a problem. Power step, though. Oh, here we go. Right. So I suppose if he does have a ranged attack... Yes, he has a magic attack. What's the range? Range is 3. Yes? Or is that 1? No, yeah, I see. I'm seeing the numbers. There we go. So, yeah, range is 3. So he does have a magic attack. And he has a range of 2 Zinchian's Runestaff. That's objective 3. So I'm wondering how... Oh, until the end phase. Do you know what? I am going to block that. Because I think that's already blocked. Yeah, so I've literally blocked him. He's gonna, oh, I suppose he could come all the way around the outside. Around the outside or around the outside. Choose a fighter and roll an attack die. If they roll a... don't need that at the moment. Scrag'em, no, don't need that either. So let's pass and see what we can do. Right, so with my other activations... Oh, he's running away. He's running away. So don't you have a little fire dude? Do you have a little fire dude? Or am I thinking of a different... place blue horror. Yes, you do have a little fire dude. So he can place the blue horror if he so chooses. Oh, he clearly hasn't. He's literally just run away and done nothing. Right, at this point, I think it's going to be beneficial to try and secure both of those. So yes, just move. That's it. Just move to the objective. Good man, Bone Cutter. Good man. Once again, I don't really need to play any cards. Because I charged with my leader, so for starters, he can no longer move again, unless absolutely specific alternative. Did you just... Oh no. Did you just... Could have swore... Oh, someone did, yeah. Bone Cutter. He's become inspired because he's taken damage. That's how orcs become inspired. They take damage. This is Power Step. Again, don't need powers. So next activation for me, which I think is... No, I'm very confused. Oh, he's... Oh, right, they're all using magic. That's fine. Which is exactly what they do, in fairness. Exactly what they do. Right, so power steps we want to pass. Activation... how many activations we got left? We've got one more after this. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to charge in with my boy. He's going to go running in. Oh, that is a bad roll. That's going to do nothing for me. Oh, well. Never mind. Oh, now. Yes. Having a good time. Don't stop me attacking you. Oh, that's a bad roll as well. Fuck it. Fuck it all. Oh, well. Oh, that's a bad roll. Oh, I don't think I want dodges, do I? I want, or do I want dodges? Oh, actually, I think I was looking for dodges. No, I was looking for... Oh, he must have been looking for... Oh, he wasn't looking for hammers. That was the key thing. I apologise for anybody who doesn't know anything about this game. Me just going, he's not... Oh, he's not looking for hammers. He's looking for swords. He's looking for swords, not hammers. Probably means nothing. But there are two... There are two types of symbol... There's more than two types of symbol on the dice. There are, I believe, at least 4 types of symbol on the dice. No, 5. Yeah. There's 5 types of symbol on the dice. There are hammers, swords, single sort of helper, and double helper, and a crit. And if you're looking for swords and you roll hammers, it's meaningless. It's absolutely like pointless. If you roll for hammers and you get swords, again pointless. But if you roll for hammers and you're looking for hammers, you get hammers. So score objective 1, score objective 4, and biggest and the best. I am doing rather well on glory points. I'm quite pleased at that. So +1 damage to all attack actions with a range of 1 or 2. So what is your current attack, sir? Your current attack is... I believe that's being 1 damage, question mark? Or 2 damage? No, that's 3 damage. Okay, that's 3 damage, right. He's only got 1 damage. So I'll tell you what would be beneficial. I think we will put great strength on our boy Hacker, since he's on the front lines. That way, hopefully, what we can do is we can start killing things, because these magicians are all well and good being able to sort of tap you from a great distance, but they're also weak as fuck. So objective 5 unfortunately is deep in their territory. Now I can't deny it, my war chief could possibly go and get that. Call of the War! Score this immediately if 3 or more of your fighters made a charge action this phase. Yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Oh, select who goes first. Yes, do that. And this game, I swear, is one of the games with the most volume of dice rolls you will ever see in a game. Because you dice roll to decide this, you dice roll to decide that, you dice roll here, you dice roll there, you dice roll everywhere. Right, what's your weapons damage? 3 damage. Okay, so I could potentially wipe out the blue horror in one shot. And that is what I'm going to try and do, because I'm going to try and get those 3 charges in order to score Call of the War. Was I looking for hammers? Surely I was looking for hammers. He may have dodged me, I suppose. Let's have a look. Was I? Oh no! I think he's got hit. He's been hit. So if I push him, I don't know. If I push him there, that'll do. Did he get hit? No. Well, he didn't take any damage. I suppose my big chopper, as it were. Yeah, it was looking for hammers, so I think he dodged. But he's still got. When this fighter would be taken out of it. Oh, no. What? Yeah, no, it's not the brimstone horror yet, is it? No, fair enough. I don't know. Sometimes this game can go by a little bit quick, and you can't quite tell. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm going to use the sidestep. Hacker and Basher. Okay. Ooh, now, decisions. Right, okay. I think we'll use that. Get him an extra attack die. And then, yeah, next power phase, which is right now, I will use the sidestep on you to push you closer to the horror, which will get me a benefit and a bonus when I do that. No, I don't. Each friendly fighter that supports the first attack action in the next activation is considered to be 2 supporting fighters. No, I don't. No, we won't use that right now. I believe it's my activation. No, yes. No, it's their activation. Oh shit, he moved it away. What a prick. Well, I blocked. Yeah, I blocked 1, but I took 1 damage. Oh, there's a trap. Okay, well, that's. Okay, that's bad. That's bad news, Bears. Yes, yes, indeed. This is fundamentally complicated backgammon. In the way I'm playing it, at least. I can move these characters all over the place, but unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily help me. Oh, this is power phase, no wonder I can't do anything. So at this point, yeah, great speed might be beneficial to put on Basher, so that with a bit of luck, Basher might actually be able to get where I need him to go. Oh, it's power step again. I don't need... No. Fuck off, power step. I want an activation, please. Is it my activation? Yes, it is. Thank you. Right, ideally, yes. What I want to do is charge at the blue horror. So I'm looking for swords. And I've got multiple dice to try and look for swords. Oh, I got a crit. I got 2 crits. Oh, you're fucked. Get fucked, my friend. Although he only took 1 damage, which is terribly disappointing. Right, calculation time. I need to do a 3rd charge, which will probably be you, and ideally I want the captain to get over to objective 5. Now, where is the other one? Objective 2. Where the fuck is 2? 2 is... Oh, 2 is actually being blocked by that prick. So, what's going to be the best bet, pushing him wise? Might be worthwhile just pushing him. Yeah, if I push him there, you might still be able to charge in and get him. Difficult to say for certain, but roll an extra dice for the first attack action in the next activation. I think that should be, if I plan on charging, that should work well for me, assuming I have the range, which I don't know if I do. I can't guarantee it. I'm not very good at remembering their movement ranges. So he's got 3 tiles. Oh, he's definitely not going to get that movement I was expecting him to get. I don't think I'm dodging. No. Okay, that's a bastard. Right. I mean, that's fine. Oh, took some damage there. Took a lot of damage there. And he's just healed his blue potion. Awesome. Right. Well, that's not hugely benefit. That's not hugely benefit. Right, activation. So I still kind of want to go for the charge, because then I can at least get another glory point. But it is unfortunate that I am now, you know, at a bit of a disadvantage. I say that, I mean, it's not a huge disadvantage, truth be told. Right, how much damage can you do? You're only doing 1 damage. That's troublesome. That is troublesome. So I think we'll go after Kachalik. Yeah, because it gets me the charge, therefore it gets me the Call of the War. So with a bit of luck, I must admit, I may have 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. He's not going to be able to make it to the objective, which is a nuisance. Scragham's I don't think is going to be useful at this exact moment in time. Next activation, that's sheer. I think he might be dead. No, I think I did shield it. Cool. Pleased to hear that. And now, I mean, I suppose I could set him up to try and do it next turn. I suppose yes. Actually, if I so it'd be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if I come up behind this guy, I can have a pot shot at him. Possibly even kill him. If the dice go my way, I could possibly actually just straight kill him. Okay, I wanted a hammer, I found a hammer. 3 damage it is! Ooh, these orcs are very good. Very good indeed. Because this guy's got one point, whereas I've got 6 glory points. Which means I'm actually winning. Which may very well be the first time in the history of this game where I'm actually winning to a certain extent. Is he damaging me? No, he's just pushing me back. Okay, still within range to get what I wanted there, so that's not terrible. No, I don't need powers. Scraggan will be good in the right situation, but I don't think I've really found that situation. Okay, here we go. Conquest. If all your surviving fighters are in opponent's territory, that's definitely going to happen. Objective 5 and 2, I think. I don't. Probably can't get to 2. Probably won't be able to get to 2, but I think I should be able to get. Discard your power cards. No, I think I'll keep Scraggan just in case. I can't guarantee its usefulness. Fighters' attack actions with a range of 1 or 2 have +1 damage. Okay, that's not terrible. Leading by example. Play this after an attack action made by your leader that takes an enemy fighter out of action. Hang on, give me that. Another friendly fighter that's not already made a move or charge can make a charge action. Okay, that might be beneficial. Go! Find out who goes first. Oh. It is all the glory. I am truly glorious. Right, this is an activation, so ideally... that's not going to be quite enough, is it? No, I don't think it can quite make it, so... decisions. Okay, let's try and find out. Do we have anything here? Okay, healing potions are definitely going to be useful eventually. I'll tell you what I might try and do on the first turn. I think... I don't know, is the problem? I don't know. Let's... You only got 1 damage. But, oh, I suppose, yes. Okay, what could be useful to do there and then charge at that guy to maybe kill him. Well, having said that, it might be beneficial just to charge Basher in behind him. Oh, in fact, yes. No, definitely. Yeah, do that. Because Basher stands a decent chance of killing him, and then he will be in enemy territory if he survives. Crit, you're dead, sir. You're dead. Goodbye. Goodbye, you weak-willed mage, you. Swine. Right, at this point... yes, at this point I think we'll use the healing potion to, with a bit of luck, keep Basher alive a bit longer. Yes, crit. Nice. A gambit spell. Okay, don't know what that's going to be doing to me, but we'll soon find out. Let's zoom in a little bit, but that's not great. Scragum. No. Whoa. Am I planning on doing any charges? So he's got free movement, hasn't he? Which would allow me to go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. Oh, no, that's interesting. So I can get into enemy territory now, and that would be beneficial. Yes. So that's not necessarily going to be hugely beneficial. So how many activations have I got left? 1, 2, 3. So I need 1, 2, and 3 to confirm him into what's it? Okay, that's fine. So he's only got 1 damage. So it might be worthwhile. Although he's got 3 damage, but he's not going to be in the fight. Or at least I don't plan on him being in the fight. Bone Cutter, what sort of damage do you have? 3 damage, okay. So actually, yeah, okay, let's put the War on Bone Cutter, hoping that Bone Cutter can charge in such a fashion. Okay, during an attack, action or ploy that takes this fighter out of action. Oh yes, that's definitely just worthwhile. It's restricted to Gerzag. He's unlikely to die, but it's probably worthwhile putting it on him. I've got plenty of glory points at this point, and it's the last round, so... Oh, you utter prick. Well, that's scuppered a lot of plans, hasn't it? Oh, God, even the AI, when I have a plan, it buggers me up the arsehole. And oddly enough, I don't appreciate being buggered up the arsehole. It's not a pleasant sensation. So I suppose I need to get... Yeah, ultimately I need to get these two into enemy territory, so at this point what I think is going to be beneficial... Actually, I'll tell you what, let's go right round the corner and slap that guy. Yeah, we'll slap him like that. Well, I don't actually want to move... Oh, well, actually no, moving him won't make any difference. Oh, he crit defended, so little blue horror gets to stay alive another day. What a bloody pain in the arsehole. Don't knock it till you tried it. Yes, luckily I thought knocking him would, you know, screw me over, but it doesn't as much as I thought. So I think I defended. Oh, not enough. Oh no! Oh, why'd you keep doing this, game? Why'd you keep fucking me over, you arsehole? Every time I try and do anything, you turn around and go, no. No, sorry mate, but no. So I think I'm going to have to use my last 2 activations to just sort of move into enemy territory so that I can at least get Conquest. Unfortunately, the other 2 are now basically out of reach, unfortunately, because he bloody well stole that one. So it's weird, because at the moment it feels like I'm winning, but dependent on what those challenge cards are, he could easily just come back and kick the shit out of my glory points, which I don't enjoy that fact. I don't enjoy that fact whatsoever. I'd like to keep my glory points. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer not to have them. Oh, activation 4, yes. I mean, in fairness... Oh shit, he can't... Oh, bollocks. I forgot the rules of the game. I forgot... Oh, wait, no? Now I'm confused. What? Are you... No, you are Bone Cutter. No, I don't want to... No, I don't want to guard. Can I not? Oh, there we go. I had to push escape to get the back out of there. But yes, annoyingly, I can't get him into enemy territory, so I can't do what I wanted to do. But I suppose at this point, maybe if I charge you with a bit of luck... no, I don't think that was a bit of luck, because I think he was looking for... Yes, he was looking for hammers. Great. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Dice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glorious. Beautiful. Asshole. So yeah, that last round didn't go well for me. It depends on precisely what they mean by enemy territory. I think this area here is the neutral zone, and that would be enemy territory, which means my fella is 1 step out. and I forgot the fact that you can't move twice in this game. So I don't like it. But I think I still won because they died. Victory, yes. Oh, apparently they scored no glory in that last round, so that's beneficial to me because I win. Yay! Well, there you go. That's a little bit of Warhammer Underworlds Online. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's a good game. Good game, sir. Good game. How the fuck do we get out of it? Ah, like that. The power button. That's the one. Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed your Sunday afternoon at home. And of course, I'll tell you what we'll do. A little teaser, of course, for the next stream will be... Ordis is unable to detect anything on sensors. Was this intentional, operator? Yes, it is intentional at the moment, because Warframe Wednesdays does not exist, but it does now. So, yes, there was some testing yesterday, and it seemed to work reasonably well, or at least tolerably well. So, same time, starting as Sunday afternoon at home, we will be doing Warframe Wednesdays, and that's going to be 4:30 on Wednesday until about 7:30 on Wednesday evening. So look forward to that. It is a thing, it is existing, and it should be quite fun because Warframe's quite fun. Can be frustrating, can cause grump frame, no end. Depends on precisely what you're doing in Warframe as to depend on how grump frame it truly becomes. But nonetheless, that will be here Wednesday, so hopefully if you've got some time. I know it's an awkward time, 4:30 till 7:30, because it's either I'm at work, I don't have time, or I've just come home from work, I don't have time. So, you know, I don't necessarily blame you for not turning up, but hopefully you might be able to catch the tail end at the very least. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. At this point, I will wish you a very enjoyable rest of your Sunday. Your Sunday afternoon at home is now officially closed, for it is, of course, Sunday evening. Did I say Saturday afternoon? I don't know. Hopefully not, because it's Sunday for starters, and the whole concept of Sunday afternoon at home. Anyway, so next stream of mine is of course going to be Warframe Wednesday, and then we'll get a brand new game on the Bonanza on Thursday, and hopefully do more good things in Besiege, but that's Besiege. Oh, Besiege, you're an awkward sausage. Oh, Besiege, you're an awkward one. I'm sure you know Malice eStreams. His next one's going to be Monday, tomorrow. Assassin's Creed. And do make sure you attend, because he gets all very, oh, it's quiet. Exactly the same as me, I'll grant you, but nonetheless, I'm allowed to take the piss out of him. That's it. There's no caveat to that rule. That's exactly the rule. I'm allowed to take the piss out of him. That's 100% the rule. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I will leave you with the end phase, and we might go on a little raid, dependent on if there's anybody else present. There usually isn't. I have apparently chosen Sunday afternoon as a thing, and Sunday afternoon at home apparently is the worst time possible for streaming, because nobody else does it. Anyway, enjoy the end phase, and then we may end up on a raid. Please do check out Malice Caliber on Mondays for the old Assassin's Creed, and then check out Warframe Wednesdays for, well, potentially more assassinations. You never know your luck. Anyway, cheerio.
Well, it's the last day I ever spend like it, I'll tell you. We gotta get organised. Definitely. We can't go on like this, frittering away our lives like we've done today. We've got to do something constructive. Time is valuable.
I agree.
So do I.
We only live once.
Of course we do.
There's a million things we could do.
Certainly there are. But things like
Yes, like,
Well, sure, we could.
I'll see you next Sunday then.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
Cheerio. Good health.